What's up with it, Big Nate?
What's going on, bro? How you doing?
Man, nothing, man. I wanted to come on here and tell you, man, I salute your content, man. I thought I was the only brother that felt like that on here, man.
Oh man, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you, man. I just, some days I feel different, but I always speak my mind.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to get to that point, man. Every time I post something too real, they be like, man, you can't expect people to feel like you. And I'm like, as an old head, I just grew up in a different time, man.
Yeah, nah, speak your mind, bro. Uh, you know, I've gotten a lot of different mixed reviews over time, man, and sometimes it's unfortunate when it comes from people you love and care about, but it's just like at the end of the day, if I can't speak my experience, my personal experience, then it's like, what am I? Who am I? I can't like just allow other people to feel how I feel and see if there's other like-minded people and just giving my perspective on the world and what's going on right now, man.
Right.
So speak your mind, man. Some people gonna like it and some people not, bro. And I've had it from both genders. I've had men be like, "Oh, bro, you can't be going so harsh on the women," and I've had women, "Oh, you hate women," and it's just like that's just not what it is. It's just unfortunately, I've had a lot of bad experiences, and I see a lot of things in this world right now that need some correcting, in my opinion. And I
Yeah.
speak on those things.
Yeah. Man, I don't think it's that we hate women. I just think that as a man, we want them to take more accountability and like kind of, like we have to take accountability as men. When we make mistakes, it's in our face. Like you can't say all dudes is bad when there's a lot of good men, but y'all overlook them for the social media, what social media got y'all believing. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it is, man. And sometimes it's our environment. That's kind of what the video I was speaking on that I made a little while ago. Sometimes it is our environment. Sometimes we got to get out of our environment to experience, like different things.
Right.
More of something that aligns with our lifestyle and what we want for our future. Sometimes we got to go out, whether that's a new city, a new country, a new state, whatever. Sometimes we really got to get out of our comfort zone and just go somewhere else and
Right.
figure it out in other places. Cause
Yeah.
I live in Atlanta, so it's I love Atlanta, but it's kind of expensive to live here now, and it can be very Hollywoodish,
Right.
very showing off and everybody trying to stunt, and it's like a lot of competition.
Right.
Sometimes it gets exhausting, man. To say the least.
And see, I'm from South Central Nate, California, but I spent a lot of time in Hollywood, man. I always tell people back in like the early to mid 90s, I lived in a time where if you got a phone number from a chick, it really meant something. Like you did regular shit. And they like, I'm born in 79, I'm 46, man. All
Yeah,
praise to the most high.
yeah,
And I'm like, I remember a time, man, a girl would get on a bus and go on a date with you. Yeah, go
yeah.
to the park, eat ice cream, sit on the porch, and just enjoy one another's company. And I'm like, it's hard for me to fathom, Nate, this generation that we in. Where, damn, if I'm nice, if I do all the things that I was taught from a child, if I'm a gentleman, if I write poetry, if I show a chick I really care, then I'm weak. I'm thirsty. I'm a simp, and I'm like, bro,
Mm,
I can't take it, man.
mm,
So
mm.
it causes me to like just shut down and focus on myself and my kids and just kind of isolate myself, man. And if I meet a woman that's like that, but like I'm not going out of my way to put in the work anymore. Like a woman has to meet me where I'm at and show me through her actions. And I don't see that. So when I ran across your video, I'm like, damn, Nate said everything that I be thinking.
Yeah, which video were you speaking on now?
I think it's the one where I ran across you was sitting in the whip and you was like, no longer, you just went through a list of things where you was like,
Oh
no
yeah,
longer
yeah.
am I doing this, no longer.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, appreciate you, Nate, man, because that's just how I feel, man. But I cuss a lot, and it'll come off as I'm angry. And it's like, no, I'm just
Yeah.
frustrated, man, because I come from a different time where women appreciated the simple things, and now it's I gotta spend $500 to take you on a date. Hey,
Mm,
bitch, my car
mm,
payment costs $500. Fuck wrong with you? Like,
mm. I'm telling you. And yeah, I cuss a lot too. I ain't gonna
right,
lie. I got a friend and she's super into Jesus and all that type of stuff. She be telling me
right,
the only thing I don't like about you, Nate, is you cuss all the time. So I can't like, repost your video. I'm like, I feel you, baby, but
Right.
that's just who I am, man. I can't help it either. Like
Right.
I get frustrated too, and it just flies out the mouth.
Right.
When
It's
I'm
okay to
around my
get frustrated.
kid, I try not to cuss so much,
Right.
but at the same time, I feel you though. It is frustrating, and you're a generation before me. I'm born in '88, so I'll be 38 this year.
Man, you right there with me. You got that
Yeah,
last little tablespoon of old school too, Nate. So like
yeah.
the things that you saying and the way that you present yourself, like I tell people, I cuss a lot. I got that from my granddaddy. They used to say, "Granddaddy, why you cuss a lot?" He say to keep from going upside your head.
That's a fact.
And
That's a fact.
man, I see a lot of good brothers like yourself, man. Like I don't have to know you personally, your spirit, the way you conduct yourself, how you speak, man, it's genuine.
Yeah.
And I just think there's a lot of good brothers who work, who do well, that just want a woman to be right and act right. And I tell women, we'll jump over the moon and back for you, but y'all don't want to be right and act right. And is it a lot of brothers that mess up? Sure it is. It go both ways, but the conversations have to be had. Accountability has to go both ways. And until we do that, I just think we're gonna be a generation, man, of a
Mm.
transactional era. That's where we at with it.
I feel you. And it's crazy that you said you live in Cali, because I was living in Arizona for a while, and I was actually talking to one of my bros from out there today. And he was like, "Man, Nate, when you was out here, you used to do good, but this was a while ago." I'm
Yeah,
like, but he was like, he's like, I think the dynamics is just a lot different in Atlanta compared to Phoenix. Because
right,
he was like, man, so many homies out there is still getting it off a woman, and I'm
right.
like, yes, not necessarily like that out here, man.
Right. Now, Nate, I'm born and raised in South Central, in the heart of it, between Normandy and Western. Friday was filmed. I live in Oklahoma now. I've
Mm,
been here since 2010, but
mm,
the rent is dirt cheap.
yeah.
There's a lot of people from your state here, Florida, Texas,
Mhm.
Cali. But man, I would say you could come out here, but they all kind of pretty much the same. Like
Mm, yeah.
they'll give you the number.
Mm,
They'll what they call it, a love bomb you. They'll give you attention in the beginning,
mm,
but it's like the guy is always doing the work. He's got to set the date. He's got to
yeah.
spend the cash. He's got to do all this. And she might be talking to 6, 7 more other dudes.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the that's the scary part about it, man. You invest in all your time,
Right.
and it's just
Time
like
investment.
and it's just like you'll never know. So I guess you'll know through their actions. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I'll be listening to a lot of these podcasts, and I used to, they got the red pill, the blue pill, and I used to be like, oh, that shit is a bunch of bullshit. But then
Yeah.
now I'm starting to kind of see some of the stuff that they be saying be real. They be talking about like how if you texting a chick but she's not reciprocating, or if you always doing the reaching out, then she don't like you like that.
Facts. Not hey, it be true. It be true. And the crazy
Right,
thing was, see, I broke up with my son's mother. We broke up in 2017 or 18, around that time. And so I was on it then. I was like, bro, I couldn't figure out what I was doing wrong. And that's how I kind of came across a lot of those type of videos. Cause I was just searching. I was like, like just trying to figure out, like, bro, what am I doing? What did I do so wrong? And
right.
so I started speaking on it a lot back then. When I tell you, some of my closest homies was like, Nate, you tripping. But now today, they're like, damn, Nate,
Right,
you was right.
right,
8 years
right.
ago, nine
Hey,
years ago.
hey, Nate. So I was with the mother of my children, and we technically still married. I ain't got the money to get divorced. A lot of women beat me down about that. We got 3 beautiful children together.
Yeah.
So when we broke up in 2023, I was already watching this kind of stuff,
Mm-hmm.
like all the different communities, and I'm like, everybody got a podcast. Everybody is a professional now.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
in my mind, I'm an old head, so I come in, I go out here and mac them down. I'm whoop whoop. They like old school. It ain't like that no more.
Right.
And then now, 5 years later, I'm like, I wish I could see them same brothers now to tell them that they was right, because you almost gotta. It's like a game within a game.
Yep.
And if
Yep.
I'm trying to lead and be a gentleman, she just gonna see me as, she might have me on her phone as free food, or
Right.
he's my emotional pillow, all these different things. And so, like you say, your experiences, I don't want to deal with that kind of energy, man.
Nah, and I don't even have the mental capacity to play these types of games. Like I got so much going on in my life. Like when I do want to spend time with a woman, my time is valued. Like I
Yes.
value my time, and I don't have a
Yes.
lot of time to waste. You feel me?
Right.
So when they be playing these little goofy ass games, I'm like, yo, I don't have time to bullshit with you.
For
Like,
real.
are you in it or out? But
Right.
let me ask you a question. How long were you with your wife for? Or yeah, your
We
wife,
was
you said, right?
together. We was together 15 years. I say 14 and a half.
Yeah, okay.
Um,
Okay, so I asked you that because
yeah.
I was with mine only 4.5 years. And
Okay.
that felt like when I got out of that relationship, I felt like I went through like a time warp or something. Like I
Right.
just traveled to a whole nother dimension. I'm like, what the hell is this?
Right.
And
Right.
oh man,
I
I can't
had
imagine 15. That's
for fif-
crazy.
for 15 from 2009 October the 8th till
Mm,
2024 March the 5th. Cause
damn.
that's we was arguing and we was tripping and the DHS took our kids and that's
Yeah.
how I started my TikTok because I needed somebody to vent to and I was doing therapy
Yeah.
and my homie was like, we got this spot out here called Lumpy's. So I
Yeah.
get dressed, I get, shit, shower and shave.
Yeah.
And for me, I went through this thing where literally, Nate, I didn't know how to I had been in a relationship so long, the shit that I was trying, my homies was like, yeah, that shit don't work no more, Jay.
Damn.
You gotta be a player. They used to tell me you gotta go back to South Central J Boogie when you was single and out there.
Oh man.
And
It's
so
hard to go
it's
back to
hard
that.
to it's hard to get to that because in my mind I'm like, okay, I'm in my 40s. I really just want a cool chick to settle down with. But then once I saw they got to playing games, my mind just switched, and I was like, all right, then I'm going back to player mode. And it
Yeah.
seemed like that's probably horrible to say, but that's what works.
Yeah, not giving a damn. Honestly,
Right.
just not
It's like,
caring.
right, you want to have some fun, we'll link up, whatever, and I go on about my business because I don't want to invest my time and our children, I got full custody. So I work, I deliver Amazon packages, I work full time. I don't got time to be bullshitting with you, young lady. The
Nah,
moment you give me your number and I'm doing all the work and I see you not, I block you and move around.
yeah, that's the best thing to do, man. And I've been going through a lot of that this past couple years, actually, where it's
Yeah.
just like I got to realize, like, bro, she don't rock with you. Just keep it moving. Like, stop trying, cause she
Right.
don't rock with you. She done showed you enough signs. She give you a little bit just to keep you there,
What
but
they
she
call it,
don't.
breadcrumbing.
Yeah, yeah, that's
Right.
exactly what it is. Like a little bird, she just feeding you crumbs to get you to walk to the nest, and the nest is so far away you'll never get to it. And
I,
it's just like, yeah,
I want to ask you this, Nate, man, because I get asked this question a lot, man. When I meet a lot of chicks and they be like, well, you was with her for this long, y'all got kids, and y'all still married. Would you ever be back with her? Like with your situation, Nate, even though it was only 4 years, do you think it's ever a chance, bro, that you would go back that way, or you like, nah, I'm good?
no, no,
You said,
no. The only way that would ever happen if we was old, like 70, we was like, shit, we gonna die. We need somebody.
right.
Might
And
as
that's
well. We've known each other 50 years, shit.
right. That's
But
what I
nah,
tell people. We was both in the streets. We was both, doing each other dirty, and it just wasn't healthy for us. We better as friends. Like, don't get me
yeah.
wrong. She sometime, helping with the kids and she
Hmm.
doing her thing, but I don't want to be in a relationship where I feel like I gotta check your phone.
Nah,
We always getting into it about what you doing, where you at. And
yeah.
I've learned that 15 years, Nate, kind of hard me where I've learned the next chick I get with, I'm just gonna do me. Like if she supposed to be for me, she gonna be for me. But the moment that I see signs,
Yeah.
I'm gonna move accordingly.
I had to learn that I won't allow a woman to get me that emotional as I was, but I was a little bit younger and I was smoking a lot of weed. My head wasn't quite right, so
Smoke a lot too, big dog.
yeah,
Smoke,
I
drink,
don't smoke no
cigarettes.
more.
No, how long it's been for you?
Like 5 years. Like I have smoked, but like it's once every year or something like that. You know what I
Okay,
mean? But yeah, like I quit about 2021, I think.
okay, so you got
Yeah.
me beat by a year. This year, May the 23rd, it'll be 4 years. I quit in 22. My
Mhm.
pops had passed away from congestive heart failure and blood pressure and all that run on both sides of my family.
Yeah, my condolences.
But I appreciate you, man. So now I'm in the gym, just
Yeah.
trying to work on myself, Nate. But I can't sit here and lie from brother to brother, man. Like I wear my heart on my sleeve. I'm super honest. I'm blunt. And do I want love? But at the same time, the way that I see shit, I'd be like, yeah, I'm scared of it because I nut up on a broad and I don't even want to go there, man.
Yeah, and I am too. I'm scared to give my heart away again like that. In a sense, like I'm willing to try, but it's like it's so many barriers and boundaries she would have to break through. It might not happen because of that, and that's on me. But you know, it is what it is. But you know, as far as my son's mother, she got another kid. You know, she had another kid after my son. So that really just that was like the nail in the coffin for me.
That's crazy. You say that. We got similar stories, Nate. So during our breakup, we still separated. I got my kids back December the 20th of 2025. And when they closed my case last year on the 12th of June, the case manager pulled me to the side. She said, yeah, you know, she got a just had another baby. And I'm like, who? And she tell me, and I'm like, oh, it ain't got nothing to do with me. So the way it works in Oklahoma, when you still legally married, the baby is deemed yours. I forgot I was in court. And I said, it ain't my motherfucking baby. I said, these three right here I got with her is mine. But and so for me, people be like, oh, you can forgive. I say, no, once another man dominates your woman and puts seed in there, like, no, bro, I can always care about you and respect you
Yeah.
and have love for you and forgive. You know what I mean? But as no dummy, I don't forget.
No, nah. See, I feel you. I ain't going back. You know, that's not happening. And you know, it's mutual. She don't want me. You know, what I'm saying I don't want her. It's all good, and we cool. Actually, we have a good co-parenting situation. But that's because I take care of my son. Like he's my world. So she know that, and she allowed me to, you know, father him. So
For sure. Yeah, I got full custody. I don't know if it's because she's salty, Nate, but I can't get her to. Not that she's a bad person, but the consistency. You know, sometimes I find myself like today, I'm like, hey, can you take them to wash their clothes? Like I get that I got full custody, but we made them together. I need your help. My pride ain't too high to say, hey, man, I'm a little toe up right now. Like I need you to help me out.
Yeah.
And it's always, she's got the new baby that's about 10 months now. And it's always, well, I got the baby.
Damn.
And sometimes I have to crash out and like, bitch, get it together, man. Like, hey. And I always feel bad, Nate, because I was raised, I grew up Christian, but now I got into the Hebrewism stuff. And but now I'm just spiritual. And I just be like, man, I don't want to have to come at you like that. But these is your kids. I shouldn't have to like beg you, because if this was the other way around, I'd be everything but the child of God.
Right. And she from LA too, or she from
Yeah, she from LA, but she's a YT woman, you know, Caucasian woman.
Okay.
And
That's an interesting dynamic, you know.
man, I catch hell from the sisters. You niggas always fuck with white girls. I say none of y'all didn't want me.
Yeah, and you gotta, you know, I tell my homegirl in LA all the time, like, man, it's a proximity thing. If you look at the dynamics of the races, black people is a small race.
We the less of any other nations, but we, you know, so
in America, you know, especially so in LA, because LA is kind of like how it was in Phoenix. It was like a small percentage of black people, but everybody was like kind of in the hood and in the same spots as far as blacks go.
Yeah, so like when you in the hood, like South Central, Compton, Watts, Inglewood, the projects, you're gonna see us amongst us because we usually in that dynamic, that bracket, we po folk. But when you start getting out into Hollywood, West Beverly Hills, Gardena, that's where you start seeing all of the different dynamics of different ethnicity groups. And at that time when we met, shit, I was toe up. I went where I was appreciated.
Right.
Not tolerated. And don't get me wrong, I love my sisters, but I haven't met one that genuinely they got this mindset that, you know, I don't know if it's somebody owe them something. I get a lot of them are broken. A lot of them come from, you know, damaged homes. And I get that, but you got to do something to work on that. But like, come on, all the sisters is, I don't know, it's like they didn't switch sides. They want to look like the Caucasian woman and the Caucasian woman want to look like the sister.
You know, it's true. But you know, I saw the Cam Newton and the Kendra G whatchamacallit today, right?
Okay.
The interview, and she had said something that she just went by it. She was like, you know, the women who want to date a specific type of man, and then she kept talking, and I was like, you know what that specific type of man is? A man who earns six figures, a man who is over 6 feet tall, a man who got these nice cars, a nice crib, his life together, a man who has no kids, he's not incarcerated, he's a straight man, he's not married, and he gotta have the right zodiac sign.
Right.
I'm like, that's like Well, that's like a 0.00 of the percentage
Yeah.
of men out there that she
Right.
go, so it's like they're looking for a mythical creature, man. And
Yeah, what's the comedian that's from Atlanta out there, man? I love him. Him, DC Young Fly, and
from
Carlos.
the 85 South show.
Yeah, Carlos say they looking for a unicorn nigga, an imaginary nigga. They done made him up in their mind, and I'm just like, we wasn't like this in the '80s and the '90s. When the 2000s and the 2000 from 8 on up, it's just
Yeah.
like it changed everything because us as men, sure you're a good dude, right, Nate?
Yeah,
We'll
yeah,
be a woman. We don't care about your degree. We don't
nah.
care about your job. If you treat us right and we see that you loyal, we gonna work with you.
Yeah,
When a man gets money, our minds is already programmed to want to work, provide, and protect and do the things that's necessary and needed. Most men.
hmm hmm
When a woman get money, she thinking about herself. She loyal to her feelings and her emotions.
Right,
I
right.
had to, I had to learn this over time. I'm not saying all women, but man, the internet done really messed a lot of people up, man.
Yeah, and I said that with the Kendra G video today when I was talking about marriage. I was like, it's funny how when we talk about prenups and the women got 101 excuses why they don't want to get a prenup with a man who got some paper. But now that she got some money, she's like, oh, I don't know about marriage. I got too much to lose. And I was like,
Right.
yeah, it's funny how, when we get our money, we look to have a family and share our wealth and our earnings or whatever. But when a woman gets some money, she's just looking to be more independent.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And
That's really crazy to me.
I see the passport bros. Like I'll give you a scenario. When I met my ex old lady, mother of my children, I was in a shelter, Nate. I had a job, but I didn't have it together. I was 29.
hmm
She took me in, fed me, clothed me, even helped me get to the position that I'm in now. She didn't look down on me. None of that. She helped build me up. And then once I got to a certain point, but I was moving and grooving the wrong way, fucking up.
Yeah.
He said, "Hey, this ain't working no more, but you good." And when I look back on it, I say, "Man, ain't no other woman really did that for me.
Right.
She
That
didn't have to rock with me like that. She didn't have to help me like that." So I thank God for using her to help build me up. So it is some good ones out there. They just sometimes I think now the flip side of it's hard to find because a lot of them good women are messed up too, like as far as being mistreated and everything like that.
that is very true, and that be pissing me off too. And I made videos on that where it's like, bro, if you actually got a good one, treat her right, bro, because bro, they don't come a dime a dozen, bro. Like to help you out and get you on your feet and take you to that next level and just help build you up to be a better man and a more successful and to give you shelter or whatever they
I
got to
think you
share
made a
with you.
video about. I think you made. Did you make a video about that?
I did a while ago. Maybe I
Yeah,
spoke
it's
on it
about
recently.
a dude shares something with you, and I think you said the message about it is like moving forward and changing pretty much. And yeah, I'm one of them dudes too. I had it, but I didn't really know what I had. I was just a young dude from South Central. I
hmm
wanted my cake and ice cream and eat it too. And in my mind, oh, you ain't going nowhere. And when it went bad, it went bad. And by the time I decided to straighten up and do right, she was already mentally checked out.
Yeah. And I really be wondering. I'm like, I've never had that. I've like every girlfriend or woman I've been with always lived with me and I kind of helped her out and took care of her. I've never lived with a woman. I've never been the dude driving the girl car around and I always wondering, is it like,
Graduate. Hell no, it ain't. It don't make you feel. It don't make you feel like no man. It
yeah,
don't make you feel like none of that because when it go bad, Nate, the
yeah,
first thing that they do is they go for the juggler.
yeah,
Oh,
throw it in your face.
yeah, they throw it in your face, or we would get in an argument. First thing she'll say is, "Well, get out of my spot." Well, damn, we both work. We both on the lease. I'm married to you. Like, who helped you move over here? Who helping you pay the bills?
Mm.
But at the same time, because she making more money than me, she feel like she the head.
Yeah, yeah. It's
And that, that
kind of like demasculate or emasculating you.
right. And it's just like, well, okay, yeah, I got a job at Subway. I'm bringing in 300-400 every week. I mean, but damn, you work at IHOP. So how the hell is you a little better than me? You make a couple of more dollars than me. But
Right.
when you get married, you give up the weaves. You give up the weaves for the eye, the weaves for the eye,
Yeah.
or the eyes for the weave, however it's supposed to go. But
Yeah.
I just, man, if I can give anybody any suggestions, I won't say advice because I'm still learning.
Yeah.
Don't rush into marriage, man. I only did it because that's what her parents wanted, and I just felt like I'm just this Negro man with this white woman, and then here we go. Her pops calling me, talking about if you don't do this, if you don't marry her, then we gonna cut her off. So in my mind, I'm like, damn,
Damn.
I don't want to be the source of your family cutting you off. So let me go on
All right.
and then I was gonna reap the benefits because
Yeah.
they had money, Nate. So in my mind, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go on and do it.
Yeah.
But it wasn't genuine from a standpoint because I still wanted to be in the streets, Nate.
Yep. And I had to get up out of that mindset too,
Right.
and that's why I be talking about it now. Like, bro, what has the streets done for you? What does it do? Like, bro,
Exactly. It's a
it's a
mirage.
cat and mouse game. The police is the cat and we the mouse trying to run away and get our cheese. It is not working. It's not good. Like, we just end up dead in prison, bro.
Right.
It's
And when
the
I say
street.
the streets, Nate, I don't mean selling drugs or banging, but just chasing women, man. And then once I got where I needed to be and got on my feet, my head got big, and I'm just like, do what I want to do, like.
Yeah.
And that's but kind of like you going back to 14 is just like I never really had. Yeah, I saw my grandparents work, but it was dysfunctional. My pops was a player, a pimp. He was in them streets, so I didn't have them good examples. So in my mind, it's like, yeah, if I do this thing right, I can move around just like my pops did. But it don't correlate like that, man. And then you have to reprogram your brain, and you have to just learn that being faithful and being in a long-term relationship, man, take a lot of discipline, man.
Yeah, it do. It do. And it's a character thing too.
Yeah.
It's about how strong your loyalty, where your loyalty vows you, where your loyalty falls within you, um, and just kind of what you believe in too. I'm a deep believer in karma, man. So I
Me
haven't been
too.
in a lot of relationships because I'm a very loyal type of person, and I stay single. But when I'm single, I'm usually on some, I'm playing with it. But
Right.
dude, this time around, I'm like, man, it's been tough.
Yeah, the times, Nate, where I have been super faithful, I always got played and got my feelings hurt, man. And I don't know what. Sometimes I ask the Most High, and I'm like, why is it the dude when you try to do right, you get done wrong, and then you want to get that revenge, and then you go out here, and then when I do it, the Most High always repay me through karma. Like
Yeah.
he either remove something from me, or take something from me, or I get fired, and
Yeah.
something always happening. So I always just try to now. I'll be like, yeah, if I'm gonna get in it, I'm going all the way because I'm too old to be playing games. But that temptation, it seems like once you get in a relationship, it's all kind of fine women, but that's all it is. They just look good. That don't mean they got a good heart, mind, and spirit.
Man, don't nothing be between their ears, man. I be saying that a lot. Like, damn, don't nothing be between these beautiful girls' ears, bro. I'm telling you, they be fine as hell, look good, but their substance is in the clouds somewhere.
How many of them, Nate, you talk to and you be like, yeah, she nice, she right, and then you get to talking to her, and automatically you be like, yeah, I'm cool.
For real. All the time. All the time. I'm like, bro, what the hell? And that's what it boils down to too. Like how they be playing games like we was talking about earlier. You get the number and they be bullshitting or whatever. Yeah, it's cause they just look good, man.
I had a chick tell me I was on a Facebook dating. We chopping it up. We having a good conversation. And I say, well, when can we, link up and, take you to dinner or something, or, have what I tell her, a smoothie date. And she started laughing. She said, I ain't never heard of that. She said, what's behind the smoothie date? I said, well, young lady, previous situations, I don't want to just go out and start spending money on a chick. I want to do something where I can sit down and actually pick your brain and see if we compatible.
Yeah.
See where your mind, heart, and spirit is at. She like, I got a 90-day rule. I said, what's that?
Hell no.
I play dumb, Nate, because I want to see. And she like, well, yeah, you had to talk to me for 90 days. And in my mind, automatically, those videos that I've watched that already trained me. I'm like, yeah, in my mind, I didn't say it to her, but I'm like, you don't like a nigga like that. I'm not even going to waste my time with you.
Yeah.
I'm probably just somebody to talk to and pass the time. So, yeah, man.
Yeah, I was on dating. I've been on dating apps for a long time. I got off of them this year. I said I ain't doing it, man. I feel like the lowest hanging fruit be on the dating apps.
Yeah, be a bunch of women that have a lot of trauma. They not healed. Most of them are, God forgive me, most of them overweight. I gotta tell it like it is, man. And they be, some of them be cool. They'll go out with you. You probably can do
Mm-hmm.
your thing with them, but then even if they let you knock the juice box down, it's just like you still leave empty because you like, yeah, if you pursuing something that's meaningful, you just start to lose hope. And that's kind of where I'm at with it. It's like, yeah, I talk to a lot of chicks, but they ain't really on nothing.
Mm-mm.
And
Yeah,
I get
man.
to the kids, as soon as they be like, how old your kids? I'll be like 13, 7, and 9. They be like, oh, you don't drink, you don't smoke, you don't do clubs. No, I just work. I just handle my business, stay to myself, me and my kids. Oh, you a nice guy, you handsome. I like the way you talk, but I'm just not looking for what you looking for. I'll be like, cool, you lit me off the hook. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, that's funny. Yeah, that whole nice guy, you a good guy, man. That ain't getting you where I want you to be, girl.
Right. That just I think a lot of times, man, being that I'm spiritual, I do believe in the most high heaven and earth, Nate. I just think that's his way of like saving you from heartache and headache, man, and
That's
wasting
a
your time.
that's a fact. That is a
But
fact, bro.
right, but your flesh, when you see what you want, you be like, yeah, she fine. I want that. Most of the time, is you really just want to bust a nut. We gonna keep it 1,000 while.
But
And so, but you will know when it's a real one. Your spirit will let you know, man, and the woman will show you on a consistent basis that she really for you.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And
You know?
I saw some baddies today, but
Yeah.
they all these beautiful black women in Atlanta, and I had a couple opportunities, but I just felt like the energy, maybe it's my energy, but
Right.
you're not drawn to me. Like I need you to be drawn to me. So
Right.
I seen her, she seen me, I look, she look, and I just kept it going. Cause
Yeah,
I'm
because
like,
I heard y'all the city, man, with all the beautiful ladies, man, and it's with Chocolate City.
man, what? They everywhere out here, bro. But it's I don't know what it is for me. Maybe I'm just in a realm right now inside of my mind where I'm just like, I just don't have time to play these games. I don't
Yeah.
want to play no games. Like I'm not trying to play your game. And it's like, and I've had some fine women that I've gotten a number and all this, and they just play so many games.
Right. Let me ask you this, Nate, man. And somebody, an older lady, told me this, man. She said, "You may not want to hear this, Jay." She said, "But and I'll relate this to you, man, and you can answer if you want to. Do you feel like maybe the Most High God of heaven and earth, man, might be just for us both? He might be just sitting us down, man, to get our attention. It may be some things we need to work on before we can step back out there and seek a relationship. You ever look at it from that standpoint, man?
Absolutely. Absolutely. All the time. And that's why I've kind of just been like, you know what? I'm done trying to cultivate that relationship within my life or find somebody. I just gotta either I gotta attract it and it gotta kind of come to me more so than me going out because I'm a hunter, bro. I go out when I see it, I like it, I go after it. But lately I just
I'm
been
the
like,
same. I'm the same way.
yeah, lately
What's your zodiac, fam?
I'm a Gemini.
Oh, okay. I don't know much about you. I'm a Sag. I'm the same way. If I see it, I like it, I go for it.
Yeah, yeah, and that's how I've always kind of been. I've never really been the let it attract to me type of dude. I'm like,
Nah.
nah, because what be attracted to me and what do like come up for the most part is not what I want. Like I'm gonna be real. Every now and then I'll get a fine one. I'm like, hey, you showing me you like me? Like okay, but usually
Right.
it's not what I like. So I have
Right.
always been like, hey, I like you. I'm going after you. I'm gonna let you know. But lately I'm like, I gotta stop doing that. I gotta attract what I want.
Right.
And I hate that. I don't like sitting back waiting and shit and trying to,
Yeah, patience is not my strong suit. I always tell people, man, that's something that I got to work on. Um,
Mhm.
yeah, if I see it, I like it, I want it. But then, like I say, God quickly shows me through how they act and how they talk, and I'll be like, yeah, she's nice, but there's no substance.
Yeah.
Spirit, I'm real high on like your energy.
Yeah.
How you talk, how you treat others, and it's reciprocation and reciprocity. Like you can talk a good game to me, you could give me your number, but if I'm always the dude doing all the work, you don't reach out and hey, good morning, Jay, how you doing? I'm just checking on you, or we have a good conversation and I don't hear from you no more for the rest of the day. In my mind, it's like, yeah, I'm
Right.
good.
Right. Because you know what it's like when a woman really likes you. You know
Right,
how easy it is. When a woman really likes you, things are so easy. She shows up for you. She calls you. She texts you throughout the day. She sends you the good morning text. She might even send you a random picture. Like,
right,
just thinking about you.
right,
Here's my cleavage. or something.
right.
Like,
Because as a man, the effort that you've put in with women throughout your life, Nate. And when we meet that, I don't know. I can honestly say, Nate, I probably have met it, but probably sabotaged it because I'm probably so used to it not happening.
mhm.
And so, but yeah, man, I'm like you, man. I want it, but I'm cautious about it. I don't want to put my heart out there and
Yeah.
get hurt. And it'd be a lot of them on TikTok. Yeah, I'll be in the inbox, Nate. And then it always shows up. I'll be like, yeah, I'm gonna get the number and everything, but then they always in another state, and I'll be like, yeah, I'm not about to travel.
Yeah, I'm not either. I'm too lazy for that. Yeah, and it's like, man, the ones I do connect with, yeah, they be out of state. The ones that I do vibe with, they out of state,
Yeah,
man.
they out of state, and it's just like, man, look, I gotta work and pay bills. Like even the ones that's like 2.5 hours from me in Dallas, it's like if you're not right here in the same state as me, like yeah, the young me in my 20s, I probably would have tried to go in. It's just like realistically, that ain't gonna work because I'm a single father of three.
Yeah,
I ain't got a lot of time. The time that I do have, you got to meet me where I'm at. And if you can't do that respectfully, young lady, I got to, we could be cool, check on you from time to time, but it won't be nothing else outside of that. So,
yeah. Until you got to come out here. Thankfully, I'm in a city in America. It's a pretty high travel destination. A lot of people be like, "Oh, Atlanta, yeah, I heard. I want to come out there." So they
right,
are willing to come to Atlanta.
right.
Just because it's Atlanta. They hear about the wings, they hear about Magic City, whatever. The celebrities. They want to come out here and see what it's about. So sometimes I do get lucky, and they be like, "Oh, I'm coming to Atlanta," but I ain't going nowhere. I'm
You
gonna be
ever,
honest.
you ever thought about, Nate, with the knowledge that you dropping, man? I mean, you drop some good knowledgeable stuff, man. And, you know, you ever thought about like starting like I don't know if you would call it a podcast, but like how we talking and just like have a group of like, man, I tried that a few weeks ago and it didn't work out, but I wish it was more dudes who like kind of, I guess so to speak, like support one another, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've definitely thought about it. Like I do some long form stuff on YouTube here and there. It was like kind of like reviewing cop cam type stuff, but
Right.
I would like to get more into a panel type discussion to have my YouTube channel growing on that, and it would be cool. That's why I kind of got on tonight because I told my homeboy I was like, man, I was thinking about going on tonight, but I've been so tired. I've been working all day. It's hot as hell out here. I've been in the sun all day. I just was exhausted, but I was like. I told him I wasn't going on, but then I came home and I've been chilling, started listening to music. I was like, man, let me just pop on live real quick. Let me see.
Yeah. Yeah, man, I gotta learn how to. My thing is, I gotta learn how to do the like how y'all be edit. How do y'all edit the videos like that, Nate? Like you'll be talking, and then you'll be like, "Well, hold on, just roll the clip," and I'm like, "See, I gotta learn how to do shit like that."
It ain't hard. We got to get in the DMs because it's kind of a long explanation and you might not catch it all right now. I kind of got to break it down for you, but basically you screen record or you download the video you want, you know what I mean? And you can screenshot the picture, then you put it on the green screen and you can talk. And then when you get ready to roll the tape, you just go to your edit menu and you just add the video to it.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then you can pause it, stop it, cut it from there. But you got to go into your edit screen to do all that.
Because I see everybody be doing the challenges out here. Like, what's the one? I forget the rapper dude. Finesse, where he
Yeah.
was like, I had waffles,
Oh
no
yeah,
syrup. And I did this one dude. He's talked about all the shit from my era. Where like he was like, we had what he said. We had imagination, no AI. I'm like, yeah,
yeah.
we love to go outside. These youngsters be talking about, yo, you need to go outside and touch grass. Young fella, that's all we did in the 80s and in the 90s was go outside. We didn't have no cell phone. We didn't have no
Nah.
cable. We was too poor to have cable. We had PBS Kids. You had to turn the channel U, turn to channel 28. and play with the antenna to make it show right. So man, I wish sometimes Nate things were more organic, man. I'm trying to figure out where we lost common sense, man, between now and probably 25 years ago.
Shoot, man, I think it's just the internet, bro. Honestly, like everything is so quick. You know, it's so cookie cutter, so copy and paste. Everything is just here, here, here. Nothing is. You're not sitting in anything no more. You
Nah,
know what I mean?
nothing is nothing because a chick could tell you quick. Oh, I got niggas in my DMs. Yeah, baby, you may have it. That's not a flex. They gonna lay with you and spring you, but they ain't gonna stay with you.
Facts. That's a facts, man. All that attention you getting is not for long term.
And the women not natural no more. They got the glued on baby hair now with the glued on wigs, and I'm like, oh man.
It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. I don't like it.
Man, I come from an era, Nate, where girls put the gel in their hair, slick that thing back, they real hair, put that shit in the donut.
Man, what? And you from LA too? I know them girls was fine
Man,
as hell back in the day.
they still dressed freaky back then, but they had dookie braids back then. Now they call them box braids. They put the
Yeah.
little lip gloss on, but Nate, they was natural. They didn't have on 5 pounds of makeup, looking like they was
Right.
going to be a clown at somebody's circus. You
Right.
knew what you was getting, bro. Like
Mm-hmm.
just like everybody kind of looked the same. Like TV and internet done took over. Whatever TV tell you to put on and wear, that's what everybody do. Nobody. I come from an era where girls have finger waves, natural hair. It might have been shoulder length, but it was her shit.
Yeah, and I promise you, bro, that's what I told you about going through that 4.5 year relationship.
Right.
So from 2013 to 2017, 18-ish, because it was 4.5, so almost 5. So it was about 2018. Even from that time, things was different. Instagram had just really started popping off when I got with my baby mama in that relationship in 2013. Instagram just started. Like it wasn't that big of a deal. It was just pictures, you feel me, and comments. That was really it. So
Right.
people was taking pictures of their beer, posting online, taking a picture of the sky. You know what I mean? Just dumb stuff, like nothing important. And
Right.
then by the time I broke up with her in 2018, it was stories, it was videos, it was all this exposure. It was watching, it was being able to see what your friends like and stuff like that, getting caught up like that. Like, why you liking this big booty hoe on Instagram? Like, damn, you watching me? And so I think that time period is when a lot of things change, bro.
Right.
For
So
real.
you about 7.5, 8 years younger than me.
Yeah.
So I say, Nate, I come up, let's see, about 2000, 2003, 2004 was still when Mocha Space it was
Oh,
Mocha
I
Space,
remember that. Yeah, I remember that.
MySpace, and
Mm-hmm.
then Facebook was just taking off.
Mm-hmm.
And then I keep hearing everybody saying, well, during COVID is when everything started popping off. Cause like even the cell phones we use, it was flip phones. And then about between 2006 to 2008 is when iPhones and all that shit
Yeah.
kind of started taking. But I'm with you though. Like
Yeah.
all the sites, like I didn't know nothing about IG and all that. I was a MySpace dude for a long time.
Yeah.
Facebook. And
Yeah.
I'm like, all these new sites, like I didn't find out about TikTok till 2 years ago.
I was late. I was late on. I was late. I was against TikTok because I thought it was just dancing. I thought it was like some kid shit. So I was
Right.
like, bro, y'all doing all that lame shit. I don't want to be on there. I was against it until one of my homegirls. I was training her. She's like,
Right.
Nate, you got to get on. They paying and this and that. And it still took me a while. She finally convinced me, and I made one. And I was like, damn, this different from Instagram. This a
That's what
whole different world.
Hey Nate, if we could have caught this shit when it was at its peak, if I would have known about like how to download, because I got 2 gaming computers and I know how to put the programs for like your PlayStation, your emulators,
Yeah.
and I see kids, man, my son's age and younger. They don't do nothing but stream and making thousands of dollars while I'm out here busting my ass for Amazon to deliver packages in the cold, sleet, rain, sleet, and when it's
Yeah.
hot. And I'm like, bro, if I could have caught this shit when it was at its peak, and you look at some of the people that you may follow and that you may admire their work and stuff, that's because they got it when it first started.
Yep.
Now when you try to get on, it's gonna take a lot of hard work because the content has already been created. So you got to come up with different ways of how to. So
Yep.
yeah,
Yep. It's almost like the rap game. Man,
right.
everything has almost been done in the rap game, and that's why we don't have nothing new no more in the rap game. Everything is just kind of recycled.
Right. I
But
mean, you can go on YouTube and listen to the music for free instead of going and spending $16.99 on the album.
yeah, facts, bro. So that's kind of how it is with the. I mean, the content game is different, obviously, but it's just like, yeah, if you didn't catch it early, it's hard to be the GOAT. It's hard to be Mike
Right.
and Michael Jordan in the content because we late to the game.
Right. Because y'all got some people like I follow Mojo, my boy Desi, funny than a motherfucker.
Oh, Desi Banks.
Desi Banks, yeah.
Yeah.
I like Woody, even though Woody became famous for catching a case, but
Oh yeah,
I
he
watch
be
some of these cats and you look at Desi and them, and I'm like, him, Drewski, and I'm like, bro, you dudes is so how the hell is y'all getting fire trucks and police cars? Like they done took the skit game to a whole nother level.
yeah.
And you look at that and you like, and they talk about it, you like these dudes is making bank off the internet.
Yes, they are, bro. They are. They
And they
are a lot.
living good.
Yeah, a lot of them getting that money off of Facebook. Honestly,
Right.
a lot of them say Facebook is really where it's at. Like,
Yeah, Mojo just talked. Watched the video. Mojo, he's a comedian. He said, "Man, he said, I was getting 60 to what he say 60 to 80K a month off Facebook."
who is Mojo? I feel like I thought I heard somebody just say that.
Mojo is a he be doing the skits. He be doing the skits, but he's also a comedian. He famous for in his skits. He always be like, "Unhand me now." Yeah, light skinned dude. I'm gonna send you one of his clips.
Okay, I about to say I don't know if I know who Mojo is, but I just heard somebody say that though. So maybe I am seeing the same person. I don't remember who it
You
was.
know who Drew? You know who Drewski is?
Yeah, I know who Drewski is.
Yeah. So I look at all these cats, man, and I got the video on here where it's not a video, but I just wrote it, and I was just like, I was curious to see, and I just said, all right, white people, ask black people something you always wanted to ask. The video is, I mean, the post is, I think it's got what is it, 140K?
Yeah. Hey, you'd be surprised which ones go.
Right, and I'm like, oh, so it's controversy. That's what the AI, that's what the algorithm and the AI pick up on.
Yes, they do.
And
They
I'm
do.
like, I told my homie, he like, damn, he said, you gonna get paid off that? I said, no, because I ain't got 1,000K followers. I can't be a content creator. I'm just going viral for no reason.
Basically, I'm going through the same thing. That video you talking about that you saw my page at first, that shit got like 35, almost 40,000. I ain't getting no
Right.
money from that.
Ain't
I ain't
getting
getting no money from that. I
Now
gotta
you can go live and do the battles and stuff like how you doing. Like if you turned your camera on with the stuff that you be talking about, and you get your group of people, and then you start battling. Because when people send you the gifts, that's actually money.
yeah, for sure. It is.
And
And
I hear people that just sit on here all day and do that, bro, and be like, man, I'm making a living off this, bro. I'm not finna sit on the internet battling people all day.
I feel you. I did the battle. Well, somebody invited me. I don't even know how to set the battle up. Somebody had asked me to battle. I
Right.
did it, and I ain't even know what to do. Like, I ain't know what the point of
So
it
when you
was.
battling, you gotta have people in your live stream with you
Yeah.
that gotta have money. Like it's penny gifts, but like I think the biggest gift is like a lion. Bro, that's a $300 gift, man. I don't know no people like that could just throw away $300.
Sure don't. I don't know no rich people. I know some people are doing all right, but they ain't even on TikTok. If they is, the homies I got that's doing good, they is not on TikTok.
I'll be telling they be like, man, I ain't on that bullshit, man. What is that?
Facts. Exactly. Them niggas is working and taking care of their kids. They is not on no TikTok,
I
man.
got them homies that clown you, man. Get your old ass off of there, man. That's for the generation way under you, Jay. What is you doing? I'll be like, man, you just go get on there, bro.
Yeah, you don't know what you're missing out on until you try it, man. Like, it's one of them things. Everything ain't like that. People say that, but everything ain't like that. But this is one of them things, like, bro, you don't know what you're missing until you try TikTok. Honestly, I had to learn that because I was super against it, and I got on it. I was like, man, this is the
I was the same way, man. And now I done connected with you, man. Just it'd be a lot of videos with seeing similar. Like we going through similar things. We not the same men, but we going through similar things, and it's good to connect with people, and then you find your niche, man, and you take off from there.
Yep, and that's kind of what I'm realizing. I had one girl. I heard her. She was clowning me. She was like, "Well, I guess he want his audience to be men." And da 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 da. I'm like, I know what you're trying to say. I know what you're trying to do. But at the end of the day, if if my culture, I mean, my tribe is men who are going through what I'm going through, and I could speak to them and speak light and positivity in them and help them out, then it is what it is.
Exactly, because women do the same thing, and they always like the same stuff we talking about. What we go through with women, when the women talk about what they go through with men, they got thousands upon thousands of comments and what they say, brothers pandering to them, and
Yeah,
that's another game I think you spoke on here. I don't like you pandering ass niggas, man. Go sit down somewhere, man.
yeah.
I
Facts.
I get you doing it for the algorithm to make your dollars, and I'm not hating on that. But man, tell these women the truth and quit lying to them, bro.
Yeah, quit lying. It don't help nobody.
But
It
they
don't.
not gonna do that because they making a big buck off of it.
Oh yeah, it's big money in pandering, man. If you you want to make some money, just tell women what they want to hear, and that they're never wrong, and all men are just the scum of the earth.
I ran into this brother. He was a brother. This was about back in January because I had met this chick on here from New York, and it was about 5 something in the morning. Nate, I ran just scrolling. His live was about what he say? How can women use niggas when most black niggas is broke?
Damn.
And his whole comment section, he had about 300 to 400 people in his chat, and it was all women, and they was agreeing with him with everything. And I came up on the panel, and I was like, well, you know, man, when the Most High created Adam and Eve, and his moderator, she didn't believe in God, and she like muted me and was like, yeah, you thought you was smart. You what she say? You thought you ate, and she was like, man was so incompetent that he had to make a woman, and I was like, oh, here we go with this bullshit.
Ah man.
And like he was basically his whole thing was that like, well, average men, okay, I'm an average guy. I don't make a lot of cheese, but I pay my own bills, I take care of my kids. Women can use you from a standpoint of your resources. Resources don't necessarily mean you got to have a lot of money. We've been talking about it this whole conversation, Nate. You could be a hardworking man. A woman can use you for your time, your energy, your conversation, knowing that she doesn't like you like that. She could get free dates out of you, if she can get money out of you, if she see you a nice guy, you don't always got to be an imaginary unicorn dude for a woman to use it. I guess he didn't comprehend what I was trying to tell him. And so they ended up blocking me off the platform, and
Yeah, that's what they
yeah,
do.
and I couldn't get a word in. Nate, every time I tried, I start speaking facts, she'll mute me and just go in on me, and I'm like, oh, that's what we doing. So
Yeah, I don't. That's why I don't like them to have the power, because that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna abuse their power and have control over the whole conversation by muting you and telling you wrong and muting you. That shit lame. But you ever watched Coach Greg Adams?
it was great. Yeah, is he on YouTube?
Yeah, he a bald head. I think he from Oakland. Or maybe he always wear the Raiders jersey. He kind of got a Cali accent. But he older, he a little bit older. He probably like 50 something. But he got the whole free agent lifestyle. So he big on YouTube. He's real big.
What's
He's
his
like,
name on YouTube, Coach?
yeah, Coach Greg Adams, or CGA. But yeah, that's what they call him, CGA, but his name is Coach Greg Adams.
Okay,
He pretty dope.
I found him as soon as I coached in grade. Okay,
Yeah.
he's ball head, dark
Yeah,
skin,
bald head.
got
Yeah.
some braids. Okay, yeah,
Yeah. So he made an acronym called MEAT, and it's money, money, energy, attention, and time. So he always say protect your meat, which is, obviously funny, but
right.
yeah, but it stands for money, energy, attention, and time. And that always kind of stuck with me, because it's real. Like, you have to protect that, bro, because that's kind of all we got. And as men, like, yeah, our money, our energy, our attention, and our time, like, those are things that are very, very valuable, and we can't really get them back once we give it away.
Right. You think about it as the men, I always keep hearing this new slogan: the woman is The woman is the prize. The woman is the prize. Okay, well, outside of her looks and her giving you some bucks, and she got a pretty face, ass, and titties, and her giving you some bucks. Outside, when you ask a woman, mostly Nate, when you ask a woman, okay, young lady, what do you bring to the table? What do they always lead with, Nate?
Oh, I am the table.
Their accomplishments, right? Oh,
Oh,
I
oh,
got
you
a
said
degree.
what they lead
Yeah.
with. Yeah, for
Oh,
sure. Yeah, their
I
accomplishments.
got a
Right.
degree. I got this. I got that. I did a video. It's 10 seconds. I'm cussing like a mug, but I'm like I'm going in.
Yeah.
And I say, ladies, when us as men are asking you, what do you bring to the table? We want to see what your heart, your mind, your spirit is like. Are you going to be a partner or are you going to be a problem?
Right.
Like that's what like we don't care about your degrees. Like that's cool and all for your self-esteem, but I'm not looking for that.
Not at all. I was on
I'm
a
looking.
panel and I told them because we was having this discussion, and I told them, when that question is asked, that's an opportunity for you to really sell yourself.
Right,
And for whatever reason, competition and women selling themselves to a man, they don't want to be in competition with other women or be in competition for the spot in a man's life. And then they don't want to sell themselves either. But that's what that question is. And they get so offended by it. But it's like, no, sell yourself. Tell me that you're a compassionate woman. You're empathetic. You
right,
you know how to be nurturing. You're
right,
loving and caring.
right,
Sell yourself.
right. And then when you do catch the women that's like that, and she's bold enough, she gets called a pygmy.
Right.
Oh,
The
well, this ain't the
infamous.
1950s, and it's like, yeah, that's why a lot of you just is single out here because y'all didn't. I had a grandma that would tell you, born 1921. My grandfather's born 1923. They both work, Nate, and you'd always have to. Hey, grandma, can I go outside? What your granddaddy say? Oh, he said no. Well, you gotta. He the man of the house. It was never no foolishness like, well, I make more money than your granddaddy, so I don't submit to him. And I just have a hard time, Nate, with like the I don't know where they get this stuff from. I know it's the internet, but a lot of it too, it started at home.
Mm-hmm.
How you raised, not having a father in the home. What's your relationship? I ask a lot of women this when I meet them. As a
Yeah.
little girl, what kind of love did you see in the home from your father?
Right.
And
That's a good question.
that's going to dictate Nate how she's going to treat you. A lot of them be like, "Oh, well, I hate him. I never met him. I never had a relationship." So that plays into the big part of how a lot of these women feel like they got to be what do they say, Nate? They got to be in a masculine energy, and it's like God didn't make you to be masculine, sweetheart. He made you to be the balance to a man, the man's rib.
Mm-hmm.
You compensate for what we can't do. Yeah, we work, provide, and protect and bank provision, but provision not just money. It's leading your woman, guiding your woman spiritually, mentally, emotionally, all of those things, and so forth. And your job is to your husband and your children. Taking care of the household is a job within itself. But you're supposed to take pride in that. And when you mention those kind of things, these modern day women and feminists, they be like, "Oh, this ain't the 1950s, bro. I don't want to talk to you no more after that."
Facts. I don't either, because that's just an excuse. Like that. Yeah, that's frustrating, man. I ain't gonna lie.
It's real frustrating, man, because I come from a home where I had a grandma and a moms and aunties that did these things. And yeah, did they get upset at times where things wasn't right? But they kept it in the house. They wasn't out gossiping about their business. I'm sure they had my grandma wasn't sitting around all day wondering what my granddaddy was doing.
Exactly. If you ever watched the Pop the Balloon show, they'll ask that question to the men a lot. What's your relationship like with your mom and stuff like that? And like you said, what's your relationship like with your pops? Seriously, because
Right.
that kind of determines. It doesn't determine, but it tells you her character on how she's going to treat a man based on how she was raised by a man, or if she was raised by a man and had a man in the house.
Exactly. A lot of women that had great fathers and have good relationships with their fathers, they be super loving, kind, compassionate, empathetic. But on the other side of that, they deal with the same things we deal with, where they attract men that are not healed, men that are abusive, men that are all these things but good, and they continue to give their heart and they continue to put themselves out there. And then when they do meet a good dude, it's hard for them to accept that. because their mind is already programmed to be done wrong so much. So it's tough on both sides, man. And but I feel, with brothers like us, man, and I guess you got to be more compassionate and empathetic and kind of hear their story too.
Yeah, one of my bros, he told me, Nate, you gotta have grace. You gotta give these women grace. I was like, you're
It's
right.
tough, Nate,
You're
because
right.
I'll be like, man, I know a lot of y'all be using your hurt to just get over on dudes, but then at the same time, it's the good side of me is like, I gotta at least hear you out though.
Yeah. Yeah, you do. You do. You know, it's it's room for grace, but it's like you said before earlier, it's being held accountable is also important.
Right, because if you keep picking the same dudes and you see the red flags, I ask them all the time. I'm real blunt too, Nate. So to come off like I'm like, don't you see the red flags in the beginning? Like a dude or a woman usually show you who they are within like the first couple of weeks. Like you was with a dude 10 years and then all of a sudden he became a narcissist. Like, come on, baby.
Yeah. Yeah. One of my homies said them red flags be looking like Six Flags. So
Yeah. We ignore the truth is we ignore them as men and women because you like what you like and you want what you want. But usually, as my dad used to always say, how a relationship starts is usually how it's going to end.
facts. That's just like Shannon Sharp be saying how you come into the seasons usually how you end the season. If you come in hurt, you're gonna leave hurt.
Right. And so it's accountability on both sides, and yeah, I take therapy, man. And I was one of them dudes who was against it, but man, actually having somebody, Nate, to vent to and talk to, and having a therapist that's non-biased too, because my therapist, she's an older Caucasian woman in her 60s. She don't give me advice. She tell me straight up, listen, you know right from wrong. I'm gonna give you these suggestions, Jason, and it's up to you to do right or wrong with it. And she told me my problem is, Nate, that I expect myself out of other people, and I got to
Mm.
stop doing that.
Yep. 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 I had an older gentleman that was on some spiritual stuff. He told me that I soak up too much of other people's bullshit. So he said I'm too empathetic. You know what I mean?
Do you feel like you a fixer, Nate?
That's a good question. I don't know if it's that I feel like I'm a fixer, but I feel like sometimes my ear is too wide open for other people's problems.
I do the same thing. I'm really what they call the empath. Like I can
Yeah.
feel what you're going through, and I automatically, just as a caring person, I want to help you with that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah. That's what
I
he
ain't help
told me.
myself all the way.
Right, right, and that's what he told me. I'm too much of an empath, and it's like I got my own world going on, and I allow people to dump on me what they're going through,
Right.
and then they leave feeling better, and I'm left with their emotional
Right.
bullshit. And he was like, "Yeah, that's not good." He was just like, "Yeah, you gotta stop doing that, man, because it's not helping me. I'm just left with so much emotional baggage from other people that's not even my problems because they done dumped all their energy onto me, complaining and telling me what they're going through when I have my own stuff going on. I'm in
Right. It's
so
it's definitely tough, man.
yeah,
Uh, but you are who you are, man, and you know, I I ran across your videos, and I'm like, that's a good brother right there. You just know what you know, man, and I encourage you, man, to keep doing what you're doing, man. Stay on your mission. Whatever your path is for the Most High, man, and continue to press forth. You'll eventually find you somebody that's good for you, man.
yeah, I believe that too, man. I appreciate that. It's all with alignment, like you said. God's time. It is what it is. When she comes, she'll come.
Yeah,
And just hopefully I'll be prepared, and hopefully she'll be prepared for me as well, and we'll be both be in alignment.
that's the same thing. I hope, Nate. Just working on myself, working on patience, learning how to have more compassion and empathy, man. Because sometimes that Negro side of me come out, and I want to think real pessimistic and negative because I think you said in your videos, like, I don't mean to be like that, but my perception has been warped from so many bad experiences. It's like, yeah, I want to be a gentleman. I want to be the faithful dude, man. But the way you chicks be moving, man, y'all make it hard for a dude to want to be like that, man.
Hell yeah.
And I'm sure they
Exactly.
feel the same way with a lot of the things that they've been through. And so, yeah, I don't mind having compassion, but like if I'm big on
What's up,
looking at
Felicia?
patterns and behavior.
Yes, yeah, pattern recognition is big right now. That's something that you got to be aware of.
And your mannerisms, your facial expressions, all that body language. What's up, Felicia? She's I think she's one of the young ladies that was in my comments. I think her question was why do YT people lick dogs and everything or animals lick them all in the face? That shit is nasty.
She crazy. That's funny.
So
Yeah,
but
that's
yeah,
funny.
I see you be in the gym too, Nate. I'm on my weight loss journey, man. I gotta
Oh
lose
yeah.
them
Oh
36
yeah.
pounds, man.
That's what's up. I do personal training, like, that's one of my hustles. I ain't even gonna say hustle. It's more so of me helping people, honestly. I don't get paid a lot. So it's more so me helping people in the gym, and I do training. I
Right.
do
What's
all
your
that.
like? Are you more of a do you do it all, Nate? I'm more of a cardio dude. I do a lot of walking on the treadmill. A lot of the machine weights and stuff like that. And then I like the fool with the sauna a lot.
Yeah, I'm more of like I want to say like weight training more so
Okay.
than anything. Yeah, weight training, weight loss and weight gain.
Right.
So I deal with a lot of mothers, so obviously they want to lose that little baby fat or whatever. But I also deal with some women who don't have any kids and they just want to tone up, get stronger, you know, look a little thicker. Every woman wants to do something with her belly and her booty. I promise you. Every woman that I've trained, that's that midsection, below the belly, above the knees, that's all they want to work on.
Man, I
I
mean,
swear.
we got a lot of gyms out here, man. And the gym that I go to is the only one in Oklahoma that's 24 hours.
Oh
And
yeah.
they got the sauna too, yeah. So
Mhm.
during the day, I purposely go now like around this time between like 12 and like 2 in the morning because it ain't nobody in there. It ain't no distractions.
Yeah. What how tall are you?
I'm about 5'8" and a quarter.
How much you weigh now?
I'm 235.
Okay, so you trying to get to like 200?
Nah, about 170, 165. Cause my normal
Oh,
weight, my
okay,
normal
okay.
weight is between 138 and 142. But that's too skinny for my age. So about a good buck 70 will be nice.
Okay,
165.
okay. I thought you said something about trying to lose 35 pounds. Or that's why I said that.
Yeah, I'm trying to lose the weight.
Okay, okay. So that's your first goal is
Right.
the 35, then about another
Yeah, so
25.
so then I get down to 200, boy, I'm gonna be looking real nice, naked. Put on my clothes in the closet again, man.
Oh man, yeah. You definitely got to change your diet, man. Whatever you eating or have been eating. I don't know if you drink beer or drink alcohol or whatever on a
I don't,
consistent
I
basis.
don't drink or smoke, Nate. My problem is
Okay.
sweets and eating late at night, man. But my diet is
Mm.
mostly oatmeal, a lot of salmon, a lot of bass, fish, and a lot
Yo.
of and a lot of eggs. But then I run into my sweets, and I'm like, I got to cut the sweets out, the bread, the pasta, the soda pop, stuff like that.
Facts, facts. Definitely the sugary stuff, bro. The high carbs, the soda. I would cut soda completely out of your diet if you can, man, because there ain't nothing but a handful of sugar you drinking every time you drink a soda, man. That
It say Nate that every can of soda pop, man, got like 10 teaspoons of sugar in it.
I don't know how many teaspoons that adds up to in ounces of sugar, but I'm pretty sure it's at least like 20 grams of sugar in each soda can,
Hey,
man.
hey, man, when I say I'm a TikTok guru, man, every time I find something, I go on TikTok and I research it.
Yeah.
I mean, not TikTok, but YouTube is how I found out, man, how to like get a chiropractor, heart health foods like strawberries,
Yeah,
bananas,
yeah.
fruits and vegetables. And that was what my chiropractor told me before he even adjusted me, Nate. He took my x-rays, and then they show you how your body, like if you have a person stand straight up, Nate, and you look at their
Yeah.
shoulders, one shoulder is always higher than the other. That'll let you know that you're out of alignment.
Mm-hmm. I know
And
about that.
then your alignment also has to do with like your nervous system and all of that.
Yeah.
And he said, he said, do you have a membership? I said, what you mean? He said, a gym membership. I said, no, sir. He said, I need you to get one. I said,
Yeah.
okay, what that's going to do? He said, well, you overweight. He said, for your height.
Yeah.
He says, I need you to get a membership. I need you to be in there 5 to 6 days a week, at least 30 minutes on the treadmill every day. And I need you to change your diet.
Yeah. Yeah.
He said, and then I need you to, he gave me a book about supplements and how important it was: magnesium, potassium, a natural amino acids for the brain like GABA, 5-HTP, ashwagandha,
Mm-hmm.
L-thionine. Hey, I said, man, ain't no schools never taught me nothing. I said, the hospitals don't tell you this. He said, because they're not in the business to heal you. Naturally, they're in the business of making money off you.
And practice on your ass.
Right, and practice on you. Man, I took that information. During COVID, I got down to 185 pounds.
Dang, that's what's up.
Gyms closed down. I went right back up to like 215, and then I got depressed, Nate, and went back all the way up to 240. That's the biggest I ever been. But man, it was horrible, Nate. I didn't have no energy. I was always tired, bro. I just felt sluggish. And so now I'm back in the gym, and I'm gonna get it together, man.
And keep it together. Don't quit.
Yeah.
Because one thing I always tell people is, man, you start working out and you got to go get sore. The first 2 months you sore all the time. But then if you quit, you got to start all over again and go back to being sore. Your first, bro, that shit sucks.
I say for me, Nate, the sore part, if I can make it through them first 4 days to that first 2 weeks, I'm good after that. That'd be the
Yes.
hardest part, because when you're on that treadmill,
Mm-hmm.
and I got down to 206, I got comfortable. Nate, tax time hit. I got to eating again. Now I'm back up to 235. When I started that first 4 day, boy, I was huffing and puffing on that treadmill. I say, damn.
And that's what I'm talking about.
Right, I
That's
was
exactly what I'm
hurting.
talking about. You ever heard of look this up. It's called carb cycling.
Okay.
So it gives you and basically you can do different charts or whatever. You can do different meal plans and plans or whatever for your carbs. But carb cycling will help you kind of lose weight and focus on days that you should eat more carbs. If you want to eat more sweets on this day, then you can eat that certain amount of carbs. But these other 3 days, don't eat that many carbs. You see what I'm saying?
I do
So
intermittent fasting too, from 4 to 6 hours.
and I believe that's kind of like that kind of intertwines with it a little bit, but it's it's a little bit different. It's more so for focus on the carbs, but the intermittent whatchamacallit fasting is great too.
Okay. And I got this stuff here, sea moss. I got some chlorophyll, and I got these pills, Nate, colon cleanse pills. Now that combined all together, that's gonna have you on that toiletry.
I know it.
Rounds off at
I
the
know
Super
it.
Bowl. So
Mm-hmm.
I combine those, man, Nate. And the problem for me is like you just said, I don't got a problem with going to the gym and staying consistent. My problem is I get comfortable and get to a certain weight and be like, okay, I'm good. I can relax.
Yeah.
Then get to eating, and before you know it, you'd be like, God damn, I just spent 2 months getting all this shit off, man.
Yeah, and you got to tell yourself, no, I'm not good.
Right.
I'm not good. I don't need this shit anymore because that ain't nothing but the devil, man. Like for real, that ain't nothing but the devil trying to get you to where you don't want to be, man.
Right.
Keep that God complex in your mind. Like, nah, bro, I'm trying to be healthy because I appreciate God for this life, and this is my way of showing God that I'm thankful that I'm here by being strong and not going into the temptation. And that goes for all types of shit. Temptation's a motherfucker. Temptation is ain't nothing but the devil just trying to trick us out of our spot, man. For real.
That's
I
it.
really believe that shit. Like,
That's it for real. I always feel like, Nate, I'm like, man, when I ain't doing nothing wrong and I'm on my shit and I'm doing right, I get attacked here and there. But I'm like, it's always when you really, really doing all the way right, here come all the tests, here come all the temptation. But like when you in the world and you doing wrong, ain't nothing attacking you because he already got you. You already out there doing wrong. So
and that's how I was feeling today when I was at one gas station. I seen a fine ass red chick. I went to another gas station, bro. I seen another fine red chick, but she had some long weave. I ain't like that shit. Then I went to the restaurant area, and there was these two chicks sitting outside of Moe's. Both of them had on little dresses and shit like that. I'm like, damn, I want to say something, but I'm
Right.
like that. I feel like that's the devil playing on me
Yeah.
because those women probably ain't no good for me, but they look good, and I want to go say some. I want to approach them. I want to introduce
Right.
myself. I want to get the number because I want to crack some. But
Right.
it's just like it is
Hey
just
man,
like
see, I can rock with you because I be thinking the same way. I be like, man, I gotta go back to nuts, man. Like, what happening, man? And
what's up?
but I know at the end of the day, like, yeah, I know we wired like that as men and by nature, but it's just like when you gonna say she do give you what you want, you gonna be left empty. What they call it, the post nut syndrome.
Yeah, yeah,
I've been there where then as soon as I get it, and I'll be like, damn, the instant guilt kick in. Then I'll be like, damn,
right.
I shouldn't have did this. I know I don't really want to wreck with her like that.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, me, I want somebody that's for me. I don't want to just be out here like that. You know what I mean? I want to. It's almost like I have to move like I'm a married man and I got somebody and I'm loyal to them. It's like that's how I gotta kind of think right now because if I don't, then temptation gonna get in the way and I'm gonna be trying to get at every little fine thing out here that come in my direction.
I'm here to tell you, Nate. I knew, bro, when I got married at 33, she was 26 and she was pregnant with our son. That was the temptation. Because after I got married, that's when all the pretty women started coming out. And I tried to tell myself, oh, I'm going to do right. But I was like, well, you ain't been practicing it before you got married. So
Right.
I
Right.
tell any young brother, bro, if you out here in these streets, and I'm not condemning you or putting you down because we men. I'm just an old head that's trying to give you the game because I've been there and done that. And it's like, look, young fella, if you already moving a certain way, don't think, bro, just because you propose and you get married, you're gonna all of a sudden straighten up. That don't how it work.
No, it ain't.
The temptation just gonna become stronger and you gonna fold if you already folding.
Yeah. Hey, and you know what's funny? I had some of the Mexicans come over here and do some work at my crib. You know, they was replacing a dishwasher and the young dude he was kind of showing me how to use the new dishwasher. He's like, oh, you just got to press these buttons or whatever. And he had a ring on his finger, but it was one of them rubber rings, right? You could tell,
Yeah,
like for work or whatever.
that's the new popular shit now.
Yeah, and I was like, bro, you married? Bro, this man ain't had no facial hair or nothing. I was like, bro, you
Right.
look young. I was like, how old are you? He's like, yeah, I am. I'm 20. I was like, damn. You know, but the thing was, I was like, when I asked him that, he was like, "Man, everybody said it was gonna be different, but ain't nothing different." He's like, I've been with her since fucking I think he said middle school, right?"
Right.
And I was like, "Okay, you're young, bro. So you didn't you this is probably one of the only women that you've really been with like that. You're like for
Right.
real. You're 20 and you've been with her since middle school. You probably never really experienced any other women."
Right.
And so I was just like, you know, you moved as a husband because you had no experiences with nobody else.
Right.
So you have the opportunity to be that to her. And I just hope she's good to you. But I
Right.
was like, you know, that's what's up. So when you said you know, if you're not moving like that, then you're not just gonna become that. That's what
No.
that made me think of, you know.
You spoke of it earlier, Nate, when you talked about, man, we spoke about, the discipline and, training your mind, man, because a lot of us come from Christian backgrounds or Baptist, Southern Baptist. Like my grandpa, you had to go to church. It wasn't no ifs,
Yeah.
ands, and buts. But I also grew up in an environment where cheating was regular. It was normalized. Like I
Right.
caught my granddaddy in the back of the camping shed. He used to pay for the hookers. And he was there. Well, I come from a family of hoes. So come on, man, like what they call generational curses.
Yeah.
What you
Yeah.
see growing up, man, is what you gonna migrate to. Then is it say that is it a bad thing? I'm not the most high. I can't say, but do I want to be a good dude? Yeah, I do. But hey, man, sometimes the streets be calling, and some people may not agree with that. But I'm just real enough to be real about it. So until I know that I can be that for a woman, I wouldn't want to like put no woman through that or hurt her, especially if she's investing into me and really caring for me. But I can say this from experience. A lot of people that I do meet that's married from like a young age, or they like knew each other growing up, or like you said, middle school or high school sweethearts. 9 times out of 10, man, one of them always end up eventually stepping out because you get bored.
Right,
You
right.
don't really experience nothing else out there. Like I got a couple of chicks that I talk to, and they say this without saying it. They be like, "Well, yeah, Jay, I'm trying to figure out who I am outside of being a wife and a mom." In other words, I'm not going to say that they're having problems in their marriage, but they don't feel desired or wanted anymore when a woman is speaking like that. She's telling you without really like talking bad about her situation.
Yeah, yeah, and so many other words.
Right. So it's just kind of like you can get. I'm sure it's a lot of dudes that feel like that. Like what am I outside of a husband and a father and going to work and paying bills and taking care of everybody else? I put a post on my page that say men are something about men are really checked on, but we always need it when money is involved.
Oh my God. you ain't lying, bro.
How many times, Nate, can you say outside of well, I don't know. I know for me, my phone don't ring, Nate. I got more people on TikTok that might check on me than my immediate family, which is just my mom and then my half sisters and brothers that she got by. They don't call me, man. They only hit me up when they need something. They don't call and say, "Hey, cat dog, kiss my ass. How you doing?" None of
Yeah.
that.
No, I feel you. I feel you. I don't hear from my siblings often. And if they do hit me up, they know I ain't got nothing to give. So they ain't about no money.
Right.
But yeah, my homeboys, people I talk to on social media, I
Right.
definitely hear from them a lot more than I do my own family. And sometimes it hurt my heart. When I'm at my son, my son is very astute student. You know, he's only 9, but we got beta club out here for the smart kids and kids who are, high accelerated and have integrity and just do really good. So he's in the beta club. He's in band. He's always making the principals list, which is straight A's or
Right.
honor roll, one of the two.
Right.
He's just very astute. He's a good kid. He's a leader in his class. He always gets student of the month, stuff like that.
Right.
And so, my bad. I'm out of breath. I ran up the steps. I'm out of breath.
You
But
good, man. But shit, you be in the gym though.
yeah, I do. I do. But yeah, so it make me sad when I go to my son's events and it's just me there. His mama don't be there sometimes. She tries, but sometimes she can't make it. And none of my family is there. I only got one brother out here in Atlanta.
Right.
He far out. He's still like an hour away.
Right.
But it make me sad that it's like, cause I didn't have no grandparents growing up, bro. I never had grandparents. I don't know what it's like to go to grandma's house, but I did have both of my parents. So I'm
Right.
not complaining or anything because everybody don't have both of their parents. But a lot of people I know did have grandparents.
Right.
They got to go to grandma's house or grandpa. You feel me? I never had that experience, but I did get it. I did get both of my parents in the same household, which
Like
is a
see,
lot.
I'm on the opposite end of the spectrum as you. I didn't have my father and mother. I knew who they was and they came around, but my
Yeah.
grandparents raised me on my father's side.
Yeah, it ain't nothing wrong with it. I was just what I was saying was my son has my parents, which is his grandparents, but they live.
Right.
I'm from Alaska, bro. So my folks live in Alaska
Yeah,
still.
well, I was like, man, you got kind of an accent that I can't really figure out.
I've traveled a lot. Shit, I've been around. So
You strike me as a dude. You ever been in the service? You ever been in the military, Nate?
nah. My folks wasn't in the military.
Okay.
That's what you hear though.
Nah, just how you handle yourself, how you talk, man. You seem like you either been in the service or you just real disciplined, man. Like your mindset, man. So I'll give you
Okay.
your flowers on that, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I
For
appreciate it,
sure.
man. My dad was actually a correctional officer. My mom was a
Okay.
teacher, and that was just very well respected in the community that we come from, just
Right.
for being who they were, and they raised good kids. I didn't
That's
come
what's
up
up.
I didn't come up super hard. I turned to the streets when I was like late. I was late to the game. I'm already 17, 18, and
Right.
everybody else been out here, and I'm just
Yeah.
getting out here.
My homies was growing up in South Central. I was always the homie that got clowned because I grew up poor. My grandparents, they worked at for that era and time. My grandfather was a truck driver, hauled asphalt, and my grandma worked in the factory where she cleaned scrubs. She did
Yeah.
that for 41 years. And like my homies, like you speaking about your son,
Yeah.
you know, nowadays, and even back then, you got clown for being a smart nigga or going to school and getting straight
Yep.
A's, or if you didn't want to come outside and be with the homies, and like back then it was, breaking in houses and doing goofy shit, ding dong ditch,
Yep.
just doing dumb shit, man. Like nowadays, it's kind of the same way. It's just social media exploits it more. So I think it's wild, man. That like it's like that, man. So but I wish, man. Like I wish I had a better relationship with my moms. I ain't never had that. So I think that also is a disposition for me when it comes to women.
Ah,
But
okay, I got you. So you ain't grow up with your moms around like
I had
that.
my grand. No, I had my grandma, and even though she, bless her, most high rest her soul, she tried her best to, But I got 14, man. I started wilding, I smoking weed, running the street, and I thought it was something out there. But as I got 18, then I got my mid to about 25 to 28 is when I started saying, hey, these niggas ain't my friends, man. Because I was homeless, Nate, from 17 to 29 off and on. And a lot of them,
Wow.
because in my family structure, of most Negroes, they come from the hood or South Central, where I grew up at. You're not a man till you paying your own bills and you got your own shit. So at 17, I got tired of hearing that. I left. If it's gonna be hard, I want to figure it out on my own.
Yeah.
And I remember one day I came back and was chilling with my pops, and he was like, "Yeah, it's shit hard out there, ain't it?" And I say, "Yeah, pops, it is." He just like laced me with game just out of nowhere. He was like, "Hey man, you can smoke and drink by yourself. You don't need niggas to do it with. Like, you can get your shit together, man. Find your job, get you a good woman." And like the shit that he was saying to me, like, you nigga smoke with you, nigga asking you, do you need need a shower, a nigga make a sandwich for you? And that shit started to hit home. They like, damn, he ain't even with me out there. He said, I've been there, son. I done that. Remember, you can't bullshit the bullshitter. I am the bullshitter. I've been here before you. And just now, man, like my son's 13 and he's, I homeschool him. They real good, but he's got this thing where he just feels like, man, he wants to be something that he's not. And I'm like, hey, you get here, hopefully I'll live to see it. But if I'm not, I say, go on out there. Fat me gonna show you it's greasy. I say the world gonna whoop your motherfucking ass. You think I'm hard on you? Just wait till you get grown.
Yeah. You homeschooling them now?
I homeschool him, man. So I
Oh
got
man, I commend you for that, bro. Cause
so
boy,
Nate, you
shoot.
I don't know what you believe in or how you believe in. No disrespect to you, brother, but like I say, I'm pretty much I'm spiritual, but I'm an Old Testament believer. So I don't believe in the whole Jesus Christ in heaven and hell. I believe when you unalive, you don't exist or whatnot. And the Bible say you go to sleep and you shall not wake up out of sleep till the heavens be no more, meaning the sky. The sky is still here, the world's still spinning. And so, man, I don't celebrate no holidays. And my son come home talking about Santa. I say, nigga, ain't no Santa Claus. Nigga, I say, nigga, reindeers don't fly. And so I went up to the school. I was hot, Nate. I said, don't be teaching my kids them bullshit ass lies.
Yeah.
The Santa Claus and the East. I say bunnies don't lay eggs. And so they kept like doing it. And like Thanksgiving, I said, man, I was so upset, Nate. I told you can't say the WHITE word on here. So I told the YT lady, the principal, I say, lady, you and your people came over here and stole a country that ain't yours. I said, when Christopher Columbus got here, it was cars already parked in this motherfucker. He didn't discover a goddamn thing. I said, but these are lies that y'all teach us from childhood and brainwash us. In order for you to know real history, you got to go to a library and read real books.
Mhm.
And so I wanted my kids to be able to see what they learning, how they learning. They come home, man, what y'all learn today? Oh, numbers. But here it is when y'all get your report card, it say you felon. Well, they got this program in Oklahoma called No Child Left Behind.
I've heard of
Meaning,
that.
meaning whether they doing good or whether they doing bad, Nate, they still gonna pass them. We ain't passing dummies, man. You can't read,
That's crazy, ain't it?
you can't read, write, figure, and count, boy. You not gonna know how to make it in the world.
Right. Sit your ass down so you can figure it out. That
Yeah,
means
you
stay
want
here.
right. I tell him he had to get on this game. I took his Xbox the other day and threw it down the stairs and smashed it, broke it. I said, I said, spell Microsoft. I said, yeah, see, your dumb ass want to sit up all day and play the game, but you can't spell, nigga, and you 13.
Mm.
And
That's a
so
problem.
that's a problem. I said, listen here, man. And so these are the things that me and their mom bump heads because one thing that I learned, Nate, is I may not be the sharpest tool in the shed, but I got plenty of common sense. And I can read, write, figure, and count and comprehend because you're going to need them 5 things all through the world. I don't give a damn what you say. You're going to need that.
That's a fact, bro.
And if you can't, the world going to F you over and talk bad about you. So I homeschool them, Nate, because, man, and I shelter them too, bro. I know this might sound horrible, Nate, but I'll be so afraid of something happening to him, bro.
I know. That don't do nothing but put grays on us, man. Because
I got them all over. I got salt and pepper all over
I
my
know. Look,
head.
I just went to your page and I seen it. I said, yeah, he an OG for real. Yeah, but I got it. They popping out left and right on me too, because I be stressing and I be thinking of like I hate that the devil be playing with me, like giving me those messed up thoughts. Like I don't want to think, bro. I saw the saddest thing today, and so many people was laughing. So the young boy, somebody gave him edibles, bro. Somebody gave him edibles and a vape pen, bro. He in the hospital tweaking out, and now his mama said that he can't talk and he can't see. And
Yeah,
so
bro.
many
It's stuff like that, Nate. Like people that do stuff to your kids, bro, and have them wicked spirits on them. They don't care, bro.
man, and
So I be
it,
feeling like if I'm homeschooling you and you here with me, I can see what's going on. I can protect you a little bit more, but I know it's gonna come a time, bro, and I'll be stressing because, like you, Nate, my kids mean the world to me, man. My son, 13, my daughter, she gonna be 8 this month on the 10th, God willing, and then I got my middle daughter, and she's 9, and I just be asking God every day. I say, if you don't do nothing else, Most High, bless me to be the best father that I could be, to raise my kids to be somebody, and let me live to see them get grown.
yeah,
And
yeah,
that's my only outcome in life, Nate. But I be stressing so hard, bro, because I be like, man, I know what the world is. Y'all don't.
yeah.
And then they mama don't make it better because oh, it's all right. It ain't all right.
No, it's not all right. But I have learned like man, it's hard. Like I like my son's mother don't drive. She don't have a license. So if she wanna go anywhere, she's depending on other people. That shit stresses me out to the umpteenth degree, bro. But I had to learn, like, bro, I have to just keep my faith and pray for protection over my son, while he's doing what he's doing with her and those types of things, because it's out of my control. And
Right.
all I'm doing is just stressing myself out over it. And then hopefully life will give my son a life to 100 years old, you
Yeah,
know.
that's my goal, to actually live till I'm 100, Nate. But I want to be walking, talking, just like we vibing and chopping it
Yeah,
up as brothers, as men.
yeah.
And with my baby mom, she works, she drive, but she doesn't make the best conscious decisions, man.
And I go through that too. I'm like, girl, you make shitty decisions. You wonder why I don't trust you because you don't make good decisions. But you know, I can't. I can't stress her with that, like that I don't trust her and all that, because it's just like, you're not my woman. You're not under my roof, my control, my power, my
Right,
protection, nothing.
right.
So I just kind of have to trust in God or whatever you believe in. You feel me? It's
But
just I just gotta trust.
I know where you're coming from as a father, though, Nate. I don't think a lot of people, especially people who are single and don't have kids, bro, even though you guys are not together, in a lot of ways, y'all gonna always be connected because y'all have child together or children.
Absolutely.
Right. And so
Absolutely.
I don't know you from a bus driver to a screwdriver, Nate, but I can tell you're a really caring guy. And I don't see it as you trying to control her. But even me, if I sit up here and say, "Oh, Nate, of course I care about the mother of my children. I'm always gonna care." So yeah, when the kids is with you in the car, and I know you still got the paper tag and you ain't riding right, yeah, I'm worried like a mother.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Shit.
Yeah, I'm calling you. Hey, you and the kids, y'all all right? Like, because I'm still gonna care about you, big dog. I don't want nothing to you or my, but like you, Nate, I have to learn to give it fully to God and trust in Him. But bro, it'd be hard. It's just like, I don't know who you hang out with. I don't know how you be moving. I don't want whatever you doing outside of, somebody catch you. And so I always think when she come over here, like when she do come over and cook for the kids, and we sit down and we talk and we get along like we did when we first met.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, I try to talk to her because she's real sensitive, and I realize I can't come at her real hardcore because that ain't her culture, that ain't her upbringing. And I just try to tell her stuff like, look, I need you to, if you don't come by about an hour every day, your kids need you. And I asked her, Nate, and she finally admitted, she said, yeah, I love the idea of having kids, but I didn't know it was going to be this hard. And I say, what's hard about it? And she says, like what you always be telling me. I said, about the part when I say you love the idea of having kids, but you wasn't ready for the responsibility that came with that. And she said, yeah. She's like, you're a damn good father, and I don't know how you do it. I say, hey, my nigga, it's hard for me too. I said, but as a man, ain't no excuses for me like women get sympathy. Ain't no excuses for us because as men, we expected to do that.
Right. What's her sign?
Capricorn. Her birthday is the same as Martin Luther King, January 15th, December the 3rd, 1979.
Yeah, it's a lot that go into the doggone horoscope thing. And
Yeah.
but as far as the base level, the Sagittarius and Capricorn is not a match.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll be looking
It's
at it,
not a
Nate, and
match.
I always ask her, I say, how you put up with my shit for 14 and a half years? And when we get to the point, I asked her, Nate, because I'm a deep thinker.
Yeah.
And I'm always over analyzing and overthinking everything. I asked her, hey, man, did you ever love me? She always just say, I cared about you a lot, but I can't say that I love you. And I say, you know what, that it hurts. I say, but I respect you for being honest. That's all I ever wanted out of you. And I always look at it, Nate, I was in a bad spot at the time. I really truly believe that God just put you in my life to help me get to a certain point. You gave me 3 beautiful kids, and that served its purpose. And it's time for me to move forward.
Right. Right.
But this is one of my pet peeves. Like you, I worry a lot, man, and I worry about things that I can't control. Nate, I don't know exactly where that comes from. Maybe it's because I care a lot. Probably care about more people than myself, but that's just who I am, man. And I just always want to just make sure I go to work and be the best father that I could be. Because at this point, man, that's all I feel like. A lot of times that I'm worth, like, just be a great father and let the cards play out how they may.
You know, I was thinking about something the other day, and I was like, maybe we all are just put in categories as humans. You know,
Yeah.
maybe God has the selfish people, the inconsistent people. You feel me? The super caring people, the loving people. And, and everybody probably has a combination of whatever.
Right.
But it's just like maybe we're all put into different categories for whatever reason.
It makes sense though.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. That's just something I was thinking about the other day because I'm like, maybe I'm just in the empathetic caring category, and the way the world is right now is just a careless world that we live in.
It needs a balance. Nate, think about it, Nate. If we all walk through life and everything was always right, but you never had the ability to have empathy or learn a lesson or the other side of it, you would never learn nothing from it.
Nope. You wouldn't,
You would just continue to keep walk like I ain't explaining it exactly right, Nate, but if it's making sense, it's like think about the times we have like been on the other side of the coin and we might have went out and did wrong, no matter what it may have been.
Mhm.
And you didn't get no kind of punishment out of that. You'll just keep doing it with like no care in the world.
Mhm.
Or like when you meet certain people in life and like you said, we caring and empathetic people, they pay for it. You just don't see it.
Yep, that
So
is true.
I think that life has a balance in all its aspects. I think, like God say, He created good and He created evil for His purpose. And so I truly believe that like everything has its balance. He's got his people that he created a certain way to make you learn a lesson in life so that you can get back in motion and learn how to appreciate things and get back on the good foot and do right. And then you have the good people who may have done you wrong and just be we think, well, oh, it ain't happening to them. Well, you can't see them in their everyday life. You don't know how they getting punished or how they reaping what they sow, but they reaping it though.
Yep. Yep. Cause like my baby mama, she don't show me no man, I'll be looking the freshest I've ever looked, casket ready. She
Right,
won't be like, "Oh, you look good. Where you going?" You know what I mean? Like,
right,
what you dressing up for? Just show me some love. A slight
right,
little like, "Oh, you look nice," basically.
right.
But never, never.
When you out of the 4 years, Nate, and you don't have to answer this, brother, if you don't want to. What do you think was the downfall of your relationship?
Me and her, we talked about it, and it was, for one, it was different upbringings. Like I said, I have both of my parents. She kind of grew up in a more split household.
Right,
And then also us not necessarily taking the time to get to know these things about each other,
right,
and to really know each other to before we fell in love and decided to make kids, because she had a couple miscarriages before my son was born.
right,
So, before we actually, because we were trying to make a baby, it wasn't just like accident. No, we was trying, and we knew what we was doing.
right,
Um, just not taking the time to get to know each other and make sure this is something that's going to be long term. And just with us not taking the time to get to know each other, we had a lot of conflicts, a lot of how do I say, like, a lot of differences, that we just didn't understand each other. We didn't understand each other. Not that we didn't love each other, care for each other. We just didn't understand each other, and problems just kept arising. And she used to always say this shit, and I'm big on not speaking the negativity into existence. I don't like that shit. Like, don't be the "I told you so." Like, bro, I told you, yeah, I wasn't gonna work, and this. And no, don't do that, because I don't like speaking negativity into existence.
right,
So she used to always say, they say a child will make or break a relationship. And I used to always just be like, why do you always say that shit? You know what I'm saying? And that's what happened. Honestly, like, once my son got here, we was arguing in the hospital after she delivered the baby about
damn,
trying to get him to eat. You feel me?
right,
Off her breast. And then we was arguing when we got home. You
right,
know? And it's just like, yeah, like, I ain't gonna say our son broke us, but we were not able to handle the situation accordingly. And
right.
that caused us to just not sleep with each other. We sleeping in the bed. We not sleeping together though. We ain't doing the do. We
That's
just
how I believe you meet everybody for a reason, Nate. Everything you talking about, man, we got similar stories to the T, bro. I feel like, Nate, when I say I used to get it all the time in the car, man, outdoors, it just meant a empty pot. And then as soon as we got married and started having kids, bro, it was like that shit ended. We was just roommates sleeping in the same bed together, but it wasn't no more love making.
nope.
I'll
Yep.
be lucky if I get it once or twice a month, if that. So,
Right. And I ain't even try. I was just
right,
like, shit, what it like. You're not making me want to do it with you. I mean, you did have a baby, but it's just like,
right.
they just, sometimes they let go. They be, I knew nothing. I didn't even know postpartum depression was. I
Hey,
didn't even know
that's
what
the
that
thing. Hey,
was.
hey, Nate, I just learned about. I've been watching a lot of videos on the psychology of a woman.
Yeah.
And I've been so deep into it, bro. Like I'm writing notes, Nate. I'm going to Chat GPT. I'm trying to get all the breakdowns. Here's why I say I think a lot of us is being raised to know how to do the working, to the providing, the protecting, and all of that. But I
Yeah.
don't think a lot of us was taught how to deal with a woman from an emotional standpoint and from a psychological standpoint. Women, yeah, like postpartum, women talk about this, how like after they have a child it does something to them, like they start to think that like you're gonna leave them for somebody younger, or they don't feel desired and wanted to you by no more. They start feeling like they're a slave to the relationship, like all I am is a wife and I'm here to serve my husband or my man and the kids. That's how they start feeling, and then psychologically in their mind they start like resenting you.
Yeah. Yeah, they do. That resentment is real. Who was that? Who was that? I feel like it was Gabrielle Union. She one of the ones that always talking. Well, used to talk a lot of trash.
I done met her. I met her
No,
a
no,
few
no.
times in Hollywood back in
Oh
the day.
yeah.
She fine as the baby. But back then,
I believe it. I believe it. She ain't had no chest though, but she was fine though.
no, but man, she's super cool.
Yeah, but it
Really?
was it was it was Michelle Obama. That's who it
Okay.
was. When she came on and she was like, I was pregnant and having babies and he's going to golf. She was like, I hated him. Well, I don't know if she said I hated him, but she was basically saying she resented him because he could do what he wanted and he was a man and he didn't have to go through postpartum and delivering a baby and carrying,
Right.
and he could go out and be a man and do what he wanted. And she had resentment towards him. So that what you said right there reminded me of when she said that because women really do feel that kind of way.
Ain't that yeah? Because I just watched it. She was on as Michelle Obama. I seen one. It's Michelle Obama. It's another. It was a brother, and then it was what's the chick that's with Steph Curry?
Aisha.
Aisha Curry.
Yeah.
And I just felt like watching that. I didn't even make it through the whole thing, man. I turned it off probably 10 minutes in because I just didn't feel like Aisha was genuine about the thing. Like you backtracking now. You said what you
When
said.
she apologized or she was
Yeah,
trying
I'm
to.
like, yeah,
Yeah.
you trying to save face. Like
Yeah.
he
Because
checked. He
when women are in the room together, their conversation is way different from when
different.
their man is in the room with them.
Right. Because you can go back to the video. She straight said, oh, no, did you he was the cool guy in church. Not he was the cool guy that you knew he was gonna be the basketball player. It just kind of seemed like she's shocked that it's almost like she wants to be above him or in his position. Now I could be wrong about that, but like she talks about it like as if the man you willingly had 4 kids by this man.
That's
And the
that
man is
competition. That's the
right.
competition.
He's a supporting husband. He do right. You don't hear about this dude and allegations. You don't hear about him stepping out on you. He's funded. You wanted to write a book, he funded that. You wanted to be a cook on TV, he funded that. When they do interviews about him, he's always speaking highly of his woman. It's just like it be examples like that that show me even when you got it all, if a rich man have a problem keeping his woman in order, boy, we cooked. We
Cook,
cooked, Nate.
cook, cook like a burnt steak.
And hey, he meet all the qualifications. What is it, Nate? He got to be over 6 feet. He got to make six
Millionaire.
figures. His Johnson got to be. I don't know about that part. Pause,
Pause. Right.
but all the other things
Hey, he
from
ain't have no
children,
outside babies.
right? All of and it's just like, well, damn. How many athletes? If you look at what's the dude that just called off that played for the Cowboys, the quarterback for the Cowboys,
Dak Prescott. He ain't play
Dak
for him no more.
Press, huh?
I said he
He's
don't play for him.
Yeah, he played for him. He
Oh
called
yeah.
off his wedding because he asked
Yeah, yeah.
he asked her to sign a predub, and she like nah. So automatically he like yeah, you just I done signed. He signed an extension for 230 million. So and he been knowing this chick I think since they've been together since like high school or something.
Yeah, I think I did a video on that a while ago, but yeah.
And I'm like, these chicks just want the bag, and they waiting for you to do something so they can go call the government on you, and you got to pay. I just stuff like that don't make sense. Like if we ain't together no more, how come I gotta pay for her?
Right. And that's why like was it Ronaldo, the soccer player? He had everything in his mama name. So when he divorced his wife, she was like she couldn't get none because
Right.
everything was in his mama. I don't know if it was Ronaldo or Messi. One of them two famous soccer players, bro. And the other one did that too. The black dude that was married to the white girl.
Right. Now you see Luca. You see what Luca going through.
Yes, I do.
This dude, all he wanted was for his daughters to come to the States, and you acting up. This man making all the money, and now you trying to get the man for child support. Like these women evil, man. And it's a lot of these cases where I see like Anthony Edwards, like, okay, yeah, you bust nuts up in the chick. But man, athletes, y'all gotta be smarter, man. You dudes is making millions of dollars. You got the world in your hands, man, and y'all out here making babies with thoughts. Now he was smart to pay the child support off, but look, she's still trying to pursue more money. And it just be stuff like that that I'd be like,
My
yeah, no,
theory,
nah,
my
man.
theory with the athletes is, that that take a lot to become a professional athlete is a lot of dedication.
A lot of hard work.
Yeah, and they didn't get the game. Most of them. Now, if you really grew up in the streets, you feel me, and you just happen to be really good at basketball, like there's like Stephon Marbury. There's certain dudes that came up like that, but this ain't that generation no more.
Nah.
These dudes is
These dudes is like, I got the money. These is IG models that I've been seeing, and I want that.
yeah, and once you got the lead way and you're a ninth grader, 10th grader, and they're like, bro, you're going to the league, you're amazing, bro. You're no longer in the streets.
Right.
From that point forward, everybody's gonna take care of you, bro, and make
Right.
sure that you get to that point. They're gonna put you in the right schools. They're gonna get you the money you need, the funding. You're spoon fed at that point, and everybody know you as a star from 10th. You got 10th graders on Instagram who's like Zion Williamson. Like, bro, I remember I was watching his high school tapes in like 2020. Had to be like 2019 or
Right.
18.
Right.
That man was going crazy, but he was already a star in
Do
high
you
school.
know? Do you know, Nate, that when you so good, and I know this, bro, from when my baby mama was in college, and I used to go up there and play basketball in the gym, and it was this one dude. He was getting ready to go overseas, but he was also a prospect to go to the league. And I say, man, you don't never go to class. He said, nah, man, there's people in position that do that for me. My job is to come in the gym and work on my. No, we talking about college, bro. He's a prospect. And
Right.
I said, damn. He said, yeah, Jay, that's how it worked, man. He said, I got an agent and everything. I'm averaging what, 18. He said, I'm like, damn. He said, even if I don't make it in the league, I'm still going overseas and I'm gonna make more money. And I'm gonna live a great life. And he was like, yeah, I don't have to go to class, man. I just gotta come in here and work on my game. And I'm like, wow. So when you talk about them being put in position, but yeah, man, when I look at it from that standpoint, and I'm like, man, if athletes can't hold it together and the woman still ain't satisfied, we cooked in the world we live in right now, man.
Yeah.
So, but it's a lot of stuff, man, that I be seeing you talk about, man, that just really be hitting home. And I be like, man, where Nate be finding this stuff at? I'm like, I'll be on YouTube, and it's this one chick that I watch. She always like break down all the like the celebrities and the people that like be going through it, and I'd be like, bruh.
You ain't talking about Pink Book Lessons.
No, what's her name? She a little light skinned chick.
Oh,
She's got like she on YouTube. She real popular.
not the Jamaican chick.
Nah, I'm gonna find her right now as soon as because I'm sitting right here in front of the computer and I'll be watching a lot of her stuff.
Yeah, it's a couple chicks that I like to watch because they some women have an intellectual value that is logical. You know what I'm saying? Like some women have it and some women just don't. But usually
Here
when
she is. Her name is Rita. It's her. She spells it RIVAHTV.
oh yeah. So she was on Corey Holcomb's show.
Yeah, and Corey Holcomb. And I'm like, man, it's and she's a pretty looking chick.
Oh
To
yeah,
me,
she look good. I think she got a dude, but she look good. She a good looking young one.
she just made one 4 days ago about it says Brittany Renner regrets leaving PJ Washington. Yeah, she regret that money. Cause she ran through now, and Brittany Renner not a bad looking chick. It's just that she ran through, and then her image is fucked up.
Oh, Brittany Renner looks great, but she is the definition of like a Jezebel or a Delilah. According to the Bible, they have I think it was like seven different type of like women like
Yeah,
in those type of
what
categories. I
they
can't
called them,
remember.
they called them harlots back then.
Yeah, the harlots. So it's like the Jezebel, the gold digger, the the women who was like infatuated with like I want to say it wasn't entertainers back then, but it was like basically like people who are of the eye, you know,
The
like
Bible tell us ain't nothing new under the sun. This stuff been
right.
the same stuff was going on back then. It just was no internet, bro. That's all.
Man, that the Bible was the internet, I guess.
Right. It tells you like when you read it and you read about like the harlot, the Jezebel,
Yeah,
it tells you what to look out for. It tells you the Proverbs 31 woman, like when you speaking to a woman and you know her wisdom is like rubies and gold and all that that comes out of her mouth. Even
yeah,
if you go into the Apocrypha, I know some people don't mess with the Apocrypha, but
yeah. I don't know about that.
Ecclesiasticus talks about a woman is a strong tower against her husband. And when you get on, you read on down further, it says, but a woman is like spittle. When she's a disgrace to her husband. And I'm like, man, there's a lot of books and stuff. You don't really know what's true and what's not, but I try to, read anything that's positive.
Yeah,
Um, I don't know when it comes to the Bible, man. I believe in the Ten Commandments. I read some of it, but I'm like, man, it's been so twisted. I feel like the government just done tamper with everything just to kind of keep you
yeah.
discombobulated and always arguing about something so that they can continue their evil, wicked plan,
Right.
whatever it is that they doing.
Right. And, you know, I'm gonna tell you, bro. I've always, well, I ain't gonna say I always, but pretty really once I moved to Atlanta and I got up with a lot of different brothers, I consider myself a nonconformist. You know, so I don't like to celebrate none of these holidays.
Right.
Um, my baby mama makes me feel like I'm the evil person, so I almost felt like I was forced to start buying my son gifts on holiday on Christmas in particular. But I don't like my son was talking about Easter. I was like, bro, we don't celebrate that. I was like, I don't care about no Easter bunny, man. You
Right.
know, but you know, it's a battle. But so I just kind of gave up on it. Like I still like on Halloween, my son stays home. Like that's one holiday where I'm like, no, F that. You're not even participating. You're not even going to school because you ain't dressing up as nothing, bro. I feel like it's demonic.
That was
And
one of the reasons I homeschooled them, Nate, because like the schools is really pushing all these agendas, the tooth fairy and upon they not really teaching them anything. They kind of just pass them. And I run into this all the time. They when I tell some like if I be like, yeah, I don't eat pork. What are you Muslim?
yep,
Or if I,
yep.
or
That
right.
I used to get that all the time.
Or if I'm talking to a chick and I say, well, look, I don't celebrate holidays and nothing like that, and it goes left from there. So I just believe that I'm in this spiritual journey where the Most High don't want me to align with somebody who's not mentally, where I'm at, and I'm one of them people that regardless of how you believe and what you believe, I'm not gonna allow religion to tear me from my brother or my sister or
Right.
anybody for that means. It's like, hey, long as I can respect you, Nate, and we can respect me, and we can be on a conscious level to where, hey, Nate's my brother. I don't care about what that's his business when in his higher
Right.
power when he unalive and he got to deal with that. Just like I got to
Yeah.
mine, but I'm not finna diss my brother or my sister or anybody for that matter. As long as we do the things that's in our spirit, show love, show compassion, show empathy, be respectful to one another, and don't cross boundaries that you shouldn't cross.
Right. And that's why I made the video the other day where the white guy he was like doing a little sermon outside, preaching on the corner, and the girl just pops up and she just starts twerking, dropping it low, you know, showing her backside off. And I was just like, bro, that's just so disrespectful. Because even if I'm not a religious person. I don't partake in a religion. I do have religious tattoos that I got before I was completely awakened to how I feel now. But you know, because that's how I was raised. But now I have a my own way of thinking. I'm not religious, bro. That's not the life I'm walking. I couldn't live my life according to the Bible and the Ten Commandments and all of that. I can't. I know I'm gonna sin, but I'm not going to disrespect a Muslim, a Buddhist, a Christian, a Catholic, a Jewish, anybody, whatever religion you choose to dabble in or whatever. That's your life, bro. I don't have nothing. I don't care personally. I'm going to control what's in my household, and whatever you are outside of that, that's on you. If you were Hindu or whatever, I don't really care, bro. That's on you, and I'm gonna respect you for making that decision. I may not make it, I'm not a devil worshiper. That's something I probably won't respect. But other than that, if you're trying to be holy, you're trying to be of the greater power and the greater good and the almighty creator, I
Right.
can't really be mad at that, whatever you fall into,
Right. Right. And man, you like probably one of the first brothers that I'd heard like speak like that. Like I say, usually the conversations like we'll be cool, we'll be vibing. As soon as I don't believe like how they believe, they just like they go all the way left.
Right.
And so I just be like, well, hey man, I guess that's the creator. I guess that's his way of teaching me patience and having empathy on people. Like I get it. Everybody's not gonna think like how you think. So like, when did you Nate? When did you start becoming awakened, man?
Like I said, really when I moved to Atlanta, bro, and one of my good brothers, I consider him like family, my bro's son. We would always have like long discussions and stuff. He's a 5%er. I don't know if you know about the 5% nation, and he
Yeah,
taught me.
isn't the 5%ers? Isn't that like the top of the line like Muslims?
I think they are like descendant of Muslims and they have their own beliefs about just being conscious and aware and awoken. I can't really speak too much on it because I'm not a 5%er. I didn't come from that type of learning. But I do know that they did come from the Muslim, or I don't know if it's the Muslim or the Nation of Islam teachings. I don't really
Yeah.
know the difference, but I know that their ideology kind of comes from that light. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
that's what it is. When a 5%er is like a top of the line, they similar in a way, pretty much, Nate.
Yeah, similar. But I know they have a belief to where it's like if you're the 95% or you're the 5%. You feel
Right.
me? If you're aware of things, you're more so aligned with the 5% and everybody else is kind of like sheep and falls in line and that type of stuff. So we'd always have great discussions and conversations. Sometimes we'd have arguments and fights about it, because where I was coming from was straight Christian. You know what I'm saying? Or from what I was raised on. And so, bro just kind of gave me a new way of seeing things and understanding things and thinking about things. And after a while, I just formulated my own thoughts like, you know what? I don't know what's right and I don't know what's wrong as far as religion goes. And I know that I don't believe in a lot of things. So I was just like, you know what best fits me is just being a nonconformist, meaning I don't want to celebrate these holidays that they've given to us. I don't want to believe in things that they've given to us. Let me have my own mind, my own way of thinking.
I guess I'm struggling with Nate. I believe a lot of the things that you saying, like, don't get me wrong, like, I try to follow the 10, but bro, I'm nowhere near it. Ain't no need to be sitting up here lying, man. And I've actually sit down and read the Bible for myself, and there's just a lot of stuff in there that it don't resonate with me. Like it don't consciously or logically make sense. Like
Right,
for instance, like okay, you got an all-knowing God that created Adam and Eve, and he purposely put them in the garden, knowing that they was gonna sin.
right,
It's like me taking my kids and putting a candy bar and me leaving and saying, "Hey, don't touch that," or taking them and dropping them off in the hood in an area and saying, "Hey, I expect you not to fall in the game banging and selling drugs or any of that, but I would put you in this environment like that. That doesn't
right.
sound right to me." And so it just kind of seems man made to like kind of control you.
Yeah, and you know what? I tell a lot of people this, man. Something that's crazy, like, bro, I was actually born in a trailer, so I'm the last of four kids.
Okay.
And
So you the baby. You the baby.
yeah, I'm the baby. So my mom, whatever reason, she didn't want to go to the hospital when I was about to be born.
Right.
The only child that she never got baptized. So
Right.
it's almost like it was my destiny to to be on this conscious level, to have this way of thinking. She always said, I just wanted to give you the choice, to decide that baptism on your own.
Right.
I mean, I still have never been baptized. So that, and then I always remember, like I remember in Bible, in what you call that? Where the kids go to Bible study in the morning. What you used to call that?
Oh, a Sunday school.
Yeah, Sunday school. There you go. So I remember in Sunday school, I specifically remember I used to always have a lot of questions, but I remember asking, "What is a prostitute?"
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You want to know.
Yeah. So it's just like I was always curious and I always had a lot of questions because I wanted to know. You feel me?
Right.
So it just kind of makes sense now to where I'm at now at almost 38 years old. I'm like, yeah, I just never aligned, bro.
I had the
I never
same question.
believed.
Well, I used to go to this church on Vermont and 48th in South Central, and I used to play hooky. About 12, I started playing hooky, and I started going to church because oh, okay, yeah, they wilding out, Haley. I didn't even know that it was gonna take a hole like that. So I started playing hooky in the church because I'm like, old people cussing, there's pretty girls in the church. And then we had this big old picture, Nate, they used to hang on the wall of this like pretty boy Jesus. Like his face is smooth. He got blonde, long hair. He got the blue eyes. And I used to just stand there, bro, and stare at the picture. And so I asked my elder one day, Mr. Dennis, I say, Mr. Dennis, what's the difference between this God, the Father, and the Son? And bro, he laid into me so cold. Boy, don't you ever question God. And logically, even at that age, at 12, it's like my inside voice was like, well, how I can't question something that created me?
Right.
It don't even make sense to me. And then as I got older, man, I would always wonder stuff like I would always think outside the box, like, why do so-called YT people hate Negroes so much? Like, and why they in the good neighborhoods and why we poor. Like this just where my mind at a young age, man, started at like 7 and 8, I would think like this. And I couldn't never get any answers. So I remember one day, Nate, I'm standing on Hollywood and Cahuenga in front of Popeyes, and I asked this old Caucasian lady for $2. I needed $2, and it's $1.99 for a 2-piece and a biscuit. But with the taxes, $2.15, Nate. I'm hungry.
Yeah.
I'm out here in these streets. I ain't got nowhere to go, bro. I'm hungry. And I asked the lady, and she tell me, get a job and with the ER on the end of it.
Hey.
I ran up on her from behind. My first thought, I wanted to, slap fire from her. And I said, no, that ain't the move. That's an old lady. And even though I'm mad, I know I was raised right.
Yeah.
I just proceeded to calling her all kind of cuss words.
Yeah.
And I said, lady, I just wanted to give me some chicken. And I remember after seeing her, man, standing on Hollywood, this is the tourist strip. Everything walk up and down Hollywood Boulevard. And I'm seeing Caucasian people with dogs in their purses. They got them dressed up, Nate. I mean, got clothes on them like the dog is a human. And I remember saying to myself, boy, they treat a dog better than they do a human. Nigga can't even get $2.15 to get a 2-piece of the biscuit. I'm out here doing bad. From that, Nate, this is 2000. I'm 20. My birthday kind of almost go with the year. That's when I started the thirst for knowledge, and I wanted to understand why life was the way that it is. And if there is an Elohim or a higher power, or the Most High, why is He allowing it to be like this? And so a lot of the times the free will thing confuses me because it's like, well, then how we got free will if you got 10 commandments and you got these laws and rules and regulations that you got to abide by?
Right.
Why do the evil people seem like to be living a good life, and then the good people who trying their best to live right righteously and holy by the Bible, the life ain't so good for them? So from that aspect, in short, just keep it on the surface level, just kind of makes me move as well. Look, I'm going to try to live right and do right, but I ain't kissing no ass, Nate. I'm going to give you the same energy you give me. If you respectful to me, I'm respectful to you. If you disrespect me, I'm going to disrespect you.
Yeah, I heard one dude say, it was along the lines of basically this is Satan's playground, Hell, earth is like
He said, I
it's
love it.
like hell is like the devil's it's like Atlanta for black people. It's the earth is like the devil's playground for devils. Like they get to roam around here, be all devilish, and live the perceived good life. And we looking like, dang, we poor. We don't got no money. We struggling to take care of ourselves and our kids. We gotta work just to live, basically. And
Right.
these rich fools seem like they're so evil, and they get to live the good life, and we over here struggling trying to be righteous and abide by God and the rule of just being a good person. So you know,
Yeah, man. It's. I was just telling her, I know not all of them, Haley, is like that. I've met a lot of good people from other nations, man, that have showed me plenty of love in my journey in life in my 46 years. And growing up in the hood, it wasn't no so-called white man telling me break myself, what you got in your pockets, trying to, jump on me. And where I'm from, either you gonna learn how to fight back and defend yourself, or you gonna become lunch meat. And you're gonna get bullied every day, man. And so, having that in my toolbox, and knowing what to look for. Now that I'm older, I don't really encounter that kind of energy. But man, being young is tough, man. Trying to find your way, especially when you're in your young teens and your young 20s, man. I get what the young generation is going through, man, but there's got to be a better way.
where is Haley from?
I don't know, man. I thought she was one of your people, so I didn't really want to comment. But then when she said the people wilding out on the post that I made, I kind of figured she was talking to me.
Can
She
you
said,
come up? Can you come
uh,
up, Haley? Can
"You
you
can,
join the conversation? Send a request.
you might have to send her an invite."
Oh, okay. Let me see if okay. I see that now. I'd like to get to know. I thought she was your people. I
No,
know.
yeah, well, yeah. I mean, she must have been on the post. I'm the same way. I like to talk to people in the box.
Okay, she said her baby sleep. Okay, that's all good.
Yeah, yeah, it's all good. But like I say, man, you can meet a lot of good people on here, and I'm all for meeting people that's positive. But I stay with I stay. I guess I look for it now, Nate. Like I saw off top from your content, the way you speak, like it's just something in my spirit, man, that lets me know who good and who ain't.
I feel you. I feel you. That's good discernment to have. That's
Some people I try to get a benefit of the doubt, and if they end up not being what my discernment told me, then maybe sometime it's for me to uplift them. I mean, we all got a calling, Nate. I feel we all got some kind of calling, man. And with the content that you putting out, I wouldn't say it's a cry for help, man. It's just sharing your experience of what you've been through, man. But it's a lot of brothers who don't have the courage to get up and speak up and do the things you're doing, and for whatever God's his purpose, or the Most High, whatever his journey is for me, I want to be able to fulfill that to my fullest, man. Before before my time is up.
absolutely. Have you ever looked up your life path number?
Man, you teaching me something new right now. No, I ain't never looked that deep into it.
Okay, well they got it's life path number is numerology, right? So
She said, "Let me go in my living room. I can join now if y'all want."
yeah, pick up. I mean, either request to join or let me know when you're ready. I'll send you an invite, Haley. But if you look up your life path number, bro, that gave me a lot more insight on my characteristics, my personality, because it's numerology. Horoscopes is astrology, right? So it's different. So this is numerology when you're talking about the life path number. So that gave me a lot more. I think I resonate more with my life path number than I do with being a Gemini. Because my horoscope, you have different charts of your horoscope. So you have your moon rising, sun rising, and then there's so many other risings that come along with that. So basically, my moon rising, excuse me, my sun rising, I think it's my sun rising, which is the main one, which we all go off of. So that's Gemini.
Okay,
But then my moon rising is Capricorn, and then my ascending is Virgo.
right.
So those are two earth signs, and Gemini is air sign. So that taught me a lot about my character too. You see what I'm saying? So that's a whole the astrology and zodiac is a whole like it's like a big conglomerate of
Right.
things that make up your character. It's not just one sign. And I never knew that. Because
Right.
I always felt like, damn, what they say about Geminis, and I'm like, I'm not really like all the way like that. Like
Yeah,
what talking
because
about?
like with my sign is December. I'm born December 3rd, 1979, and I'm like, yeah, I agree with some of the things, but like a lot of it, I don't agree with. But then, like you said, like it's a lot more that goes into it. Like what is it? Like your rising and
So
all these other.
it's called a natal chart.
Yeah,
Your natal chart is what gives you the other signs combined with your main sign, I guess you would call it.
I'm very compassionate. I'm sensitive. I wear my heart on my sleeve. She said I'm December 6th. Yep. I'm real blunt, but at a lot of times, like I won't be blunt with people that I really care about out of, I guess, for their feelings. And like, I guess I have my times when to know to do it, Nate, and when not to. But I try to be blunt without being disrespectful to people because I do have to. You got to watch out for their feelings and how they feel and what they've been through. So,
Yeah,
but then,
it's just being aware, you know.
right, but then they be talking about like Sages or like we free spirits. But I ain't out here just moving reckless.
So
I
what
think
I was gonna tell you about looking up your life path number, that will also give you like a more in depth on your characteristics.
how do you how do you look it up though, Nate? Do you got to pay for it?
No. Just go on Google and look up life path calculator number or life path number calculator.
Okay.
And
Like
then all you got to do, I think you just got to enter your birthday. That's all you really got to do. What's up, Haley?
what happened?
She dropped down.
Yeah, she came up and then dropped down.
I don't know. That sounds a little sketchy. Now she ain't on the live. That sounds a little sketchy. And I just followed her. That's a little skeptical, girl. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, just look.
She's got followers. She's got 10.1K and she's following 1,146.
Okay. Maybe something happened. Who knows? Maybe her phone died. I don't know. I'll give her the benefit of the doubt. I'm not gonna be on here too much longer.
I don't know. I Whenever you ain't busy and you see me live, man, you always welcome to come through, Nate.
Nah, for sure. I and I don't know how long we've been following each other. I like ever since I made that last video that you was talking about, bro. I've been getting bombarded with followers, but I see their page and it's like half of them either got a block page or a private page.
Yeah. Oh, somebody in your comments said that's her mom.
Uh, See, I don't know, man. People, I don't even know if that's true. People be tripping on TikTok. Who is? Yeah, So I don't even be taking people serious. But yeah, I don't. I've been getting bombarded with so many followers. Like, if you got a page that's actually like got something going on, I'll follow you. But a lot of people, it's like it's almost like they're robots, bro. I don't know if they're real pages.
Right.
So I've been following people like ever since that video. I'll follow here and there, or whatever, 5 people or whatever. So that's why I say I don't know how long we've been following each other. Obviously, it's recent, but I haven't seen you going live. That's what I was getting at.
Man, I was just live I think last night. I don't know if I'm shadow banned or something, but like nobody was coming in my live. I had 0 people.
Okay, you in Oklahoma, so you're like 2 hours. I think y'all two hours behind me. So
Uh,
it's
it's 12:55 a.m. here.
okay. Y'all only an hour behind then.
Yeah, I'm Central Time.
Okay. Yeah. So I don't know. Last night I was actually with my son, so I probably wasn't on TikTok like that. Yeah, because we was watching movies and chilling and shit.
Right.
Yeah, so I probably wasn't on TikTok, so I probably didn't see that one.
Yeah, this post is up to 145.5K. and they study commenting. I guess that's what she was talking about.
Oh yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up.
They commenting tough. It's got damn. That's a lot of damn comments. Wow. Like I say, when I posted it, I didn't think that it would take. All it says is, "Okay, white people, ask black people a question you've always wanted to know."
Hell yeah. Hey, when they be going viral, I be getting so tired of answering comments. I just be clicking like, bro, I can't keep responding to everybody.
It done got so out of hand, Nate. I couldn't keep up. I said, "Yeah, y'all go ahead, y'all got it."
Man, what one of mine was going viral so stupid. I just turned I turned I put the post on private. I was like, y'all killing me, bro.
Yeah,
And then,
basically, when you put it on private, they can't comment on it no more.
man, don't nobody see it no more.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I was like, damn. I took it off private. I was like, I shouldn't have done that because it was going stupid. But I was getting annoyed because like every time I go on TikTok, bro, I got hundreds of comments, and I'm like,
I
man,
had 455 comments, and I can see it when it popped up because I wasn't really, and I was like, "Damn!" I'm thinking it's somebody really messaging me, and it's like, "Nah, it's just the people on my on the
exactly.
post."
Yeah. So I had made a post that said, if you're in a bar fight, what song would you have playing? Man, that thing went, and I had Lil Jon in the background. Yeah, that shit went crazy.
For real, man. But I definitely, man. Every time I see a post, I stop, I look at it, I pay attention to what you're saying, and I always support your stuff, man. So, and I notice I say at first, I ain't gonna hold you, Nate. I thought you was a big time streamer.
I'm getting there. Not
I said,
yet.
I say, man, I like what he talking about. I said he probably a big time streamer because most big time people they ain't even gonna follow you back. So you follow me back, and you've showed me love on a few of my posts, and I appreciate that, my man.
It's all good. Nah, I'm not there yet. And even if I was, like I said, if I go to your page and you got some shit going on your page, I
Right,
I know where I'm at and I know how it feels just to be a nobody. You know what I
right.
mean? So it's like even if I was big, nah, bro, I'm always gonna reach back down. If I ever make it to that level, to where I am a big time streamer, I'm always gonna reach back down and help out my community, man. Like I actually care about my community, and I know how hard it is to just get some motion, you know.
For real.
Like, bro, can you imagine if one of the, like the comedians was? Can you imagine one of them comedians was like, "Oh man, I mess with Nate, bro. I rock with him. Nate on the beat. Go follow his page on TikTok, bro. Do you know how explosive that would be for my page? You know what I'm saying?
The
So
dude,
it's just like,
the dude Mojo was talking about that. He's on the Shannon Sharp. You know, Shay Shay got the Shay Shay on YouTube, and he was talking about how he met Martin Lawrence, and he had gave Martin Lawrence some advice about a joke, like if you do it this way. And he was like, man, for Martin to be as big as he is and be in the game as long as he is, he didn't take that like disrespectful, and he actually took it and he was like, Mojo, I did the joke. He said, man, and it hit, it worked. And just for him to share that story, I was like, man, that's humbling. Because a lot of people in Martin's position probably wouldn't want to hear. I'm an OG in the game. I don't need to hear that. Like, I'm the same way, man. Even if I did happen to get big on TikTok, I'm gonna always just be Jay Boogie. You can, it ain't gonna be no. You gotta act a certain way, or my page is gonna be to where people can't message me or reach out. Like I'm just a regular dude, like everybody else, trying to live right and do right and pay my bills.
exactly. You know what? This whole time I've been seeing this Mojo. I didn't know his name was Mojo. Cause I think he from DC.
Yeah, that ain't his real name. I want to say, yeah. Let me see, Mojo. I don't know his real name. I just know that's his.
Well, I never knew what his name was on social media, but I didn't know that he went by Mojo. I didn't know that.
Yeah, okay. I'm looking him up now. His name is last name Brooks. He's an actor. Oh, he been in all kind of stuff.
Yeah, I've been seeing him for a minute. Maybe he's from Chicago, actually.
Yeah, he's from
Yeah,
Chicago.
he from Chicago. Okay, yeah, he from Chicago. Yeah, I've been seeing him for a while, bro. Like, I want to say the better part of 7, 8 years. I've been seeing him like being pretty popular on social media.
Yeah.
Excuse me. He's got some pretty good content too.
Yes, sir. Man, he real funny. His stand up is funny as hell. Born 1990, 36 years old. The movie's A Naughty Christmas Story, Real Love, and TV show Miss Governor.
Yes, another comedian that I like. He had a good stand up on Netflix that he said he paid for. Um, damn, what's his name? Ryan. Is it Ryan Lewis?
I don't know that one. Oh, shout out to Country Wayne. Ain't country is Country Wayne from down there where you from in Atlanta?
Uh, Country Wayne. I don't know if he's from Atlanta or the South, but I'm not from Atlanta.
Oh, okay. You just live there.
Yeah, I just lived there. Yeah, Ryan. I think maybe his name is Ryan Davis. Yeah, my mom is from Atlanta. My dad is from Alabama, but I was born and raised in Alaska.
Let's see, Ryan Davis. Yeah, Ryan Davis, a comedian. He's funny too. He's more of a storyteller.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. And he got like smooth punchlines that kind of take you a little second to catch.
Yeah, he's like Ali. Ali is another storyteller, but he more of a he like older than me and you. I want to say he like in his early 50s.
Okay. Ali.
Yeah,
I don't know who Ali. I don't think I know. Sometimes I know the face of these celebrities and I don't even be knowing their name. To be honest with you.
Ali's Sadiq.
Oh yeah. Ali Sadiq.
Yeah, he spell it Siddiq. He's another one that's he's a comedian and writer.
I think he was beefing with
Cat Williams.
Cat Williams. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I do remember. Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. Like their names, I do remember his name once you said Sadiq.
Right. I get. But ain't no way, Nate. It's like me and you know each other, and we form a good brotherly relationship, and we have a misunderstanding. Hey man, I'm gonna call you on the phone if I got your number. We not going public with this. Hey Nate, what's happening, baby? It's your boy J Boogie, man. We good? Like we gonna fix it. I don't need to go public. I don't need to go on different podcasts and talk about it. But a lot of the times, I think that that's like made up beef to like they only do it when something is about to drop. Like if they in got a comedy show coming out or they in a big movie. It's like the new way of like pumping up the ratings and getting people to pay attention.
Yeah, because you seen what happened with Gucci Man and the young boy, Pooh Shiesty. So
Yeah, is that I've been seeing that all over Twitter and the internet. Like, is that a real like? Did he really get
no, I believe he did. But look, the thing about it is Pooh Shiesty's song, First Day Out, is gone up like 100 times since this information has been released.
right?
So somebody said like, "Damn, you was trying to get out of your contract, and all you did was make Gucci Man more rich." You see what I'm saying? And
Right.
50 Cent used to say that too. He was like, "Yeah, he was like, I was reading a newspaper or one of them little blogs back in the day. This is back when tabloids was out. You feel me?"
Right.
And he was like, "Yeah, yeah." He's like, "I was beefing with such and such." And he was like, "Man, I gave him an alley oop. Like, if I beef with you, bro, my name's so big. My name in tabloids in China, nigga. So if I beef with you, this gonna boost your career because of who I am."
Right.
So
It's almost like you could call each other over the phone
right,
and
right,
be yeah, or you could be like, hey Jay, my name's so big, man. We gonna do a fake beef so I can help you boost your career.
exactly. And sometimes you'll do that for the homie. Like,
Right.
shoot, we gonna act like we fake beefing, bro. I love you to death, bro. I'll do anything for you, but for these fans and these people and this money, man, we finna run the game on them.
Right. And I believe that that's the new wave now, kind of almost like they used to do back in the day with the rap beefs.
It's orchestrated.
Right. So it's just kind of like, damn, I don't know if you watch a lot of Chicago comedians. You ever heard of Uncle Hank?
I have not.
Hey man, yeah, hey the Lord, hey you silly motherfucker, man, for real. Yeah, that's I'll send you a couple of I'll post it and tag it. But he's on a TikTok too. And him and this dude named Skinbone beefing. And I'm like, but Skinbone was the one that put you on. And it's just kind of like, oh, okay, when the numbers get low, y'all know how to create the beef so that the people will chime in and the numbers will go back up.
Mm,
Cause that's what people like. Drama.
mm.
So do you follow Charleston White?
I don't follow him. The main reason I don't follow him because Charleston White is an antagonizer, and I believe that Charleston White likes to get you riled up and hyped up just to get you in trouble.
Pretty much. Yeah, he's like
An antagonizer, and I don't like that. But I do respect some of the stuff that he says, and I do think he's right about a lot of the stuff that he says. And just coming from somebody who was raised good, went to the streets, and now I'm a father, and I'm like, I understand the streets is some bullshit. I
right,
do respect a lot of shit where he's coming from.
right.
But then it's like, bro, you went and did some shit with your friends when you was young and you told on them because you didn't like it, but you was involved in it, but you wanted to get out of it. So it's like I got mixed feelings about Charleston White, honestly.
Yeah, man. What he said, I created. He said when I was on Facebook with the bow tie on and talking nice, nobody wasn't hearing my message. So his whole thing is I created a character
Yeah, yeah.
to get the people's attention. And I can kind of see now where, like you, like I don't follow him. Like I watch, the stuff that he be saying, and a lot of the stuff he be right on the money.
Yeah, 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 for
And
sure.
a lot of it is his delivery. Like, sometimes you can't always. But I've noticed that, like when he befriended Lil Woody, and then the next thing you know, they beefing. It's just like, well, damn, Charleston, this is like a pattern with you, man. Like you pretend like you cool with them, and they do something you don't like. Now you beefing with them.
You know what? One thing I noticed with some of these guys on the internet, like what is that fool's name, bro? Some guys always fall out with people. And I
Right.
think that's kind of a red flag just as a man. Like damn, everybody that you kind of mess with and rock with, you end up falling out with them. That's kind of a red flag to me. What's the dude's name, bro? He be on all the platforms, bro, and he always gets deplatformed. And he's funny, he out there. I don't know if he's from Cali, but he's out there in Cali. His name is Tommy Sotomayor.
Oh yeah, Tommy is hella smart, man. Like
But he falls out with everybody.
I think it. I think. What do you know? The old school saying, Nate. The truth
Yeah.
hurts.
I feel
Hey,
you.
hey, Nate.
I
It's just
feel
kind
you.
of. It's kind of like you. I won't say falling out, but like say you like right, Nate. I respect your content. I respect how you come about it, how you be straight up with it, how you let your boundaries, your healthy boundaries, be known. Hey, look, I ain't dealing with this. No woman coming at me like this. Everybody can't take that. So they
Right.
create a narrative in their head that you wrong, you don't know nothing about women, you hate women. The truth hurts people, especially when they don't want to take accountability. Now he speaks about, if you will, I would say the same things that like how we see women. Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
once you see the pattern of women, and I'm not gonna say all women, but I would say out of all the women in the world, and I say all, out of 100% of women in the world, there's probably 10 to 15% of good women out of that.
Yeah, and I've always said that
And
same thing.
out of that 10 to 15%, and when we breaking the percentages down, Nate, a lot of those good women are hurt just like we hurt. So they don't know how to trust, or they self sabotage it because they don't want to get. So yeah, it's a lot of work to be done, man. So like yeah, like my brain is so fucked up and warped, Nate. It's just like, hey, man, ain't no good bitches out here, man. Fuck out of here. Like that's just, and I don't want to think like that, but like the world is not showing me anything different.
Yeah. But and I like Tommy. I like where he comes from. I was just saying that he falls out. He falls out with quite a few individuals that he seems like that was cool with. Like you watching,
How
you
you
know,
feel about Myron from Fresh and Fit? He's another smart dude.
I think he's a cornball.
You say, yeah, rightfully so. I mean, I can see why people would think that about him. When you listen to him, though, when he's on his shit, he's smart. You know,
Oh, absolutely. I'm not saying he's not smart, but I'm saying he was never that guy. He was never a player. He was never a
right?
ladies
You could just tell in his mannerisms he was never
until
that. Right.
until he got on. And and that's a problem for me. It's a problem for me that you was never a guy that got the ladies and now you're on and I still don't believe that you get the ladies. Cuz
No, they got a lot of exposure videos. What is his partner? He
yeah,
got
yeah.
his
Yeah,
partner
y'all.
was like trying to talk to this chick, and like they brought her on the show, and then like all the stuff that he was talking about, like they got videos of Myron too. Like you dudes be like the same stuff that y'all be calling dudes out for. Y'all be doing the same shit behind the scenes, but it's because
Yeah,
but
paying for it, bro.
right,
Y'all,
but
y'all, y'all are the Johns, bro.
right, yeah, but y'all got the money.
Y'all got the money, but that doesn't like they always say money can't unlame you. So, it took me a while because I used to watch their content, but it took me a while to realize like these guys are not they're not cut from the same cloth that I am cut from.
If you remove a lot of the money from these dudes, they cornballs in the sense that like me or you, Nate, we know how to go out there and what the young people call it Riz. I called it you get Mitch and Mac on. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah, yeah.
With just your conversation, your swag, your personality, who you are as a man, a person, and an individual. I don't need no money. I don't need no iron. I'm already creased. I don't need no money. I got mouthpiece.
Right.
So
Exactly.
it's just like when you come from that, it's just kind of like having money for us would just be, icing on the cake. But I don't need that to like woo a woman.
That's the man makes the clothes, clothes don't make the man type concept.
Right. We got common sense enough to know, hey, I'm gonna shoot my shot. But if she tell me no, I'm gonna go on about my business.
Exactly. So, and they also come from a more well Myron specifically, I think Fresh is a lot more laid back and cool. But Myron specifically is like, no, bitch, you should be listening to me and what I say, and you need to do this and what I say. And if you can't listen, then it's just like, damn, bro, you almost got hypertension about this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You got
Like,
major. That make you want to ask him, hey, bro, like, did you have your pops in your life? Like, it's some deep soul searching there. Like, you
right.
can't have that much control, man. You gotta allow a woman's gonna do what she want to do.
Yes,
And
I'm not trying to lock a woman in a dungeon and tell her to do what I say. Like I don't want that, bro. I want my woman to be smart enough to handle business. If I get sick and got to get a knee surgery, you're going to be able to hold the house down and hold the kids down. Like I don't want no dummy that can't do nothing and only what I know, bro. I don't want that. You know what I'm saying? Like protection is one thing, but just ultimate control over everything and her having no voice, her having no logic of her own. Hell no, I don't want that.
all the time in my videos. Do I want a woman to be respectful to me? Yes, but I also want my woman to have a backbone. I want her to know how to put her foot down without trying to little boy me or. But hey, if I'm out of line or I'm slipping and tripping, I need you to be woman enough to let me know, hold me accountable. But I don't want to control you. Ain't no going through your phone with you. I've been there and done that. That shit don't help no situation.
Mm-mm.
Once you get that experience, then you're supposed to move differently.
Yeah, I used to go through phones when I was younger. I'm not doing that. I'm not. If I really can't trust you to that point, like first of all,
If we doing that type of shit, Nate, then it's time to walk away,
yeah,
fam.
yeah, yeah. I'm not. We got to go through these strides for me to give my heart to you. I'm not checking no phones. So if we're still on that level where I don't trust you that much and I don't know, I'm not giving my heart to you. But if
Right.
I give my heart to you and I gotta check your phone, I gotta check myself and realize, bro, I don't need to be in this relationship because I don't trust this person, and that's really just causing me more gray hairs and strain than I need in my life. So if I gotta check your phone, and if I check your phone in a relationship, I probably love you and care about you on another level. So if I'm checking your phone, something isn't right, you
Right.
know. That's just what it is. Like that just goes along the lines of me saying, like, bro, I'm not gonna let a woman make me that emotional again, to where I'm upset or just emotional, just acting out of character.
Right.
It's not happening. It ain't happening.
Because when you're in relationships and you're dealing with women, I used to try to always, stress this to my baby mama. You in a relationship with me, you think niggas care because you married to me and you got kids by me? You out here doing whatever you doing, you lay up with the wrong nigga, and the nigga feel like, oh, well, I know you got a husband, bitch. If you try to leave me, I'm gonna do something to you and him. Or
Exactly.
or I'm gonna do something to your kids. Like women don't when I used to tell her, hey, you stupid the way you be moving, like you don't know who you out here dealing with. Like it's dudes out here like that. We call them tender dick ass niggas.
Yeah.
And the nigga will find out where you at, man, and try to do something to me and my kids. And I said, bro, you can't. And so when people be moving in these relationships, it's deeper than what, and that's why I do believe that man was created to be a leader, but I can't lead you if you're not allowing me to lead you, and you just out here moving goofy. I just got to let you alone.
Exactly. Did your wife have black dudes before you? Was she always into black dudes or
So I'm glad that you. That's a good question. I'm glad you asked me that, Nate. So before I married her, I used to think that her parents was the R word, race.
Yeah.
Didn't hate it, didn't like.
Yeah.
I'm learning how to censor myself on here because TT didn't put me in the corner and time me out because you got to watch what you say on here. But
Yeah.
so basically, man, when it was all said and done, long story short, because I'm long winded, man. I got a chance to sit down with my father in law, and man, he was like, "Look, I never hated you, son." Actually, man, he was the one that when my kids got taken, he was sending me, money to help support me, help keeping me afloat.
Damn, that's what's up.
And he was just like he was like, I had told him one day, he was like, yeah, son, you remember when I wrote you that letter on Facebook and I was telling you about the 4 different dudes that she had been with before you? And I said, yeah, Pops, what's up? He said, I was trying to warn you then, son. He said, but you had your head so far up your ass, you wasn't listening.
Sound like a white guy. I ain't gonna
Yeah,
lie.
yeah. And he was like, you got to remember, son. Like, I'm old enough to be your pops and your granddaddy. And like now, he's I think 72 or 73, and I'm only 46. So when I met her, I was 29 going on 30, and she was 22 going on 23. And one day he just writes me out the blue. I think I'm 30 or 31 at this point. And, oh man, shit, you don't know what you talking about. I cuss him out, whoop, whoop, whoop. And I'm a youngster, thinking I know it all. And, in my mind, she ain't gonna never do me like that. And he tried to tell me. And so now when we sit down and talking, he calls me and I'm just checking on you, son, and the kids. You need anything, you good. Because they well off. They got money, Nate.
Yeah.
And I just kind of like vent to him, man. I'd be like, yeah, man. I said, ever since, the state rewarded me full custody and they found out that I wasn't all the things that they said, and I had to do the 52 classes, the batter's intervention, and I learned so much, Nate. And I did all my classes with 0 absences. The judge was in my corner, and my kids were speaking highly of me. And I'd be telling them, I said, man, it's like she don't help me out of spite. Like, don't help me with the kids, don't help me do nothing. I'm doing all the work. And when I called them and told them that she was pregnant, that she had just had another child, they were speechless over the phone. I said, y'all still there? Yeah. They came over that Saturday because they was down here for his people's funeral. They from Lawton. And I don't think his wife is from down here. I forget where she from, but she don't really rock with me like that. She's the mother that her daughter can do no wrong, so to speak. And he the only one that rock with me, Nate. And so now he just always be encouraging me to, let that go. He's like, whenever you decide to want to get a divorce, I'll take care of it and pay for everything for you.
Mm.
Um, but I haven't fully let it go, Nate. So, brother to brother, I'll be doing myself a disjustice to lie. Like a lot of me still cares about her. Um, but I tell people, man, 15 years is not easy to let go, man. I've only been separated from her for 2 years, and she comes over here, but it's just I can't go back on account that the way you be moving and like you didn't had another child, it seem like you really care about the child. I can't even get you to come over here. What really fucks me up, Nate, is we had our issues, but she used to be a good mom. When I say, bro, cook, clean, do the kids' hair, always dress them really well. And then one day, bro, she just told me she didn't want to do that no more. And to this
Mm.
day, as I'm talking to you, Nate, it fucks me up mentally, bro. Because I
Well,
can't understand how you go from being a good mom to you don't want to be a mom. Like you do shit like drop off snacks at the door and drive off, and the kids see you and they come in here crying with like what I'm supposed to tell them.
is she on some substance?
Everybody asks me that, Nate, and to be honest, I can't tell you. I can't tell you because I don't know where she live at. I don't know where she stay.
Well, oh, that's another substance red flag. But just
Right,
those complete 180 switch ups, that's a sign for substance abuse, especially when it comes to kids. Like somebody you care about, a chunk of you. Each birth is a chunk of a woman out of her. You feel
right,
me? So
right,
just for you to just switch up and not care, but then she had another baby, But one thing I can say, bro, is even if you get a divorce, just like a marriage, the love don't really change.
right,
You know what I mean? You get married, you pretty much love them the same. Like,
right,
they ain't gonna change. I ain't been
right.
married, so I guess I can't really exactly say, but from people
It
I've
ain't
talked
no.
to,
It
it's
ain't
like,
no. Right. The
yeah,
only difference is it, Nate, is that commitment part.
yeah. So
Like you saying, being disciplined and not stepping out, not crossing boundaries. A lot of like your story. When I met her, Nate, I was just so happy to be with somebody and somebody helping me out of the position that I was in. I'm thinking she buying me this. She always there every waking moment. And then like when it ends, you like, well, damn.
Well, so I say that to say, I
Yeah.
think if the grandfather or the father is willing to help you out, I
Yeah.
think you just go ahead and do that, bro, and just move on past this. Just hey, man, I'm ready to move on with my life and get it over with. I care about her because you're not gonna. That's not gonna just because you get a divorce. It ain't gonna. You still gonna care about her, like,
Right.
bro. I love my baby mama for giving me the son that she gave me, and I
Right.
always care about her for that. But will I ever be in love with her again? Will I ever want to be with her again? Nah. But
Yeah.
at the same time, I wish her the best, and I hope that she could be a good mother to my son, and hopefully she don't ever fall off on the deep end, and she can always be a conscious, loving mother for my son.
And
But
that's how I be feeling, Nate. I always had to tell women, they be like, well, the way you talk about her, it seem like, say, no, I'm just venting, young lady. Don't get it misconstrued. Like I'm always, have a certain level of care and respect, and I'm gonna have love for her. But to want to be in a relationship, I'm cool on that part. I just
eh,
want her to be the best mother that
yeah,
she could possibly be to our children. Because the bigger picture is I want our kids to be able to see that as two adults, they can say when they're old enough to truly understand the situation, hey, daddy and mama didn't make it, and they not together, but they was mature enough to teach us how to love better and how to deal with situations better. Right now, with the way that I'm trying to move and the way that she's distant, not really helping, our daughters, they watching that. And in their mind, they gonna think, well, shit, I'm gonna just do what mama would do when it don't go my way or fuck it. They may
yeah.
not understand that now, but that's usually how it plays out. Or my son see me and he like, well, shit, I just disconnect and isolate myself like my pops and I just go to work and I worry about my kids and whatever is whatever.
Yeah.
So that basically those generational curses. But see, like I look at my situation, Nate, and it playing out like the generational. Like my dad and my mom had me broke up when I was 3. They was never married or nothing, but he worked. He took care of me. Him and my mom messed around off and on till he just finally got to a point where he didn't really deal with her. But she's always like, well, I wasn't around because your daddy didn't allow me. I said, no, mama, you had plenty of opportunity. You just didn't make it happen. And so we don't have a relationship. Yeah, I knew you my mom. I know you birthed me, but if somebody was to sit down and ask me, what do I know about my mom? I don't know nothing about you except your name.
Right, right,
I don't know how you was raised. I don't know nothing about your upbringing. None of that.
right. Grandparents, or your granddad and stuff.
Right. And then when I try to ask her, she's get defensive. Why you asking me all that? I say, Mama, because I'm trying to get to know you. I'm trying to build a relationship with you because that little boy in me, even as a grown man at 46, still yearns from that. And it affects my relationship with women. She doesn't understand from a psychological point when a woman does something that reminds me of you, I'm ready to cut you off because I'm like, nah, I'm good. So like people don't understand it's deeper than what people think. And so there's a lot that goes into it. But yeah, man, I'm ready, Nate, to, move forward and just focusing on like trying to be a pops. But do I want a chick to, yeah, I want when I walk into the crib. Peace is cool, don't get me wrong, but I want something that I can come home to and chill with, and somebody tell me I'm proud of you and
Yeah,
appreciate my efforts, and somebody that can help me raise my kids. Yeah, I'll be lying if I said otherwise.
that's the yin and the yang. We need that.
Right.
With the divine with shit. The Almighty didn't create us to be alone, man.
No,
I
not at
do
all.
not feel I don't feel like we was meant to be alone. Like all that, oh, I'm happy with being single.
That's a
I just
damn
don't
lie.
I don't feel like that's majority of us that's supposed to be in that. I feel like a small percentage, like I was telling you earlier, we all I feel like we all get put into categories and boxes for whatever. And there are a small subject of people that are meant to just be alone. You're just meant to be single, you know? But that majority of us, I don't think that's it, bro.
Right.
Majority of us were meant to create and procreate and be with one another and live life together,
Right.
not separated, hating each other, not being together, whatever. No, nah, bro.
I wanna find this video, Nate. It's another lady that I watch. I think her name is Olivia Alexis or something like that on
Oh yeah,
YouTube.
yeah, yeah. Olivia Alexis,
Yeah,
that
she like a pretty,
man, she's
she
so
like a pretty
fine.
light skinned man. But she
Yeah,
made this one video where she breaks down the code words that women lose, like when a woman says that she's busy, or friendship, or but it's this one in there where when she gets toward the end of the video, she talks about from the moment a moment meets you and starts talking to you, she's already put you into certain categories like placeholder, emotional outlet, friend, provider, things like that. So you already kind of own the ball. And I'll be watching these videos because, I don't know, a little bit, man, well, you can't listen to no woman. Like, yeah, they giving you the game. A lot of us just not listening.
hell nah. I love listening to it. I ain't gonna say I love, but I definitely enjoy listening to a logical woman who talks with just a real level headed and a level of understanding,
Right.
bro.
She
You
goes
know.
she goes into like with your approach, like when you being too nice, like the nervous system. Like not only is she saying this, but stoicism talks about that. The deep dark psychology of females, like they really don't, at their core, they don't respect the nice guy that wants to do right and treat them right. Their nervous system and their brain picks that up as you're the predictable guy, you're the safe guy, you're the fallback guy. they
Yep.
they get off on the guy that keeps their emotions up and down, the guy that what is it, the guy that they can't figure out, that's a mystery and all of that. And
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, I'll be listening to that shit and I'll be like, I know it real. I'll be triggered like a motherfucker, Nate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know, me, I've been all of those different things for different women too.
Right.
So not all the time. A lot of times I am too upfront But sometimes I have been the mysterious guy. Sometimes I've been the gangster. Sometimes I've been the street dude. Sometimes I've been the lover boy. Sometimes I've been Mr. Too Caring. I've been all of these different facets for women, man.
I think we all go through that same thing. I've been there. I think my problem is like you mentioned, Nate. I'm too upfront, but I be in my mind. I'd be like, bro, I'm too old at the age to be lying and playing games, like, cause that shit gonna catch up with me in the end anyway.
Who got time? Yeah, who got time for
So
that?
if
I
I'm
agree.
honest with you, I just put the ball in your court to see if you really want to fucks with me or not.
Exactly. Exactly. I do that a lot too. And sometimes I think sometimes that's good though, putting the ball inside of her court, but sometimes it's just like, no, you gotta take control.
Right.
Because I do that sometimes. I'm like, shoot, I gave her the option and I don't never hear from her again. And it's like, no, I should have just took control. Because every woman's different too.
Right.
Some women you put the ball in their court, they're like, okay, well, I'm gonna let you know when I'm free, and they actually do. And sometimes you tell them, well, let me know when you're free and we can do something. They don't never hit you up.
Yeah. Olivia Alexis say when a girl tells you the magic words, what is it? We'll see. I'll let you know. And maybe all of those are to be taken as it's no in a nice way.
Exactly.
So if a chick give me her number, or I'll be like, can I take you out, or can we hang out? And you hit me with the I'll see, I cut it off right then and there. I'll be like, yeah, I'm good.
Yep. And ain't nothing wrong with that because I don't know. Women kind of know. They kind of know. Like it don't need to be no maybe or I'll see because if I don't pique your interest from Jump Street, then it's just like, what's the point in playing these games? Because I know. I mean, I don't know. I'll see. I feel like you're playing games with me.
As much as we want them, Nate, from a logical standpoint, we want them to be straight up with us. They just not. They not wired like that. They let you know through like subtle ways and through subtle words. That's how they kind of communicate with you. So if you ain't getting a chick that's like, yeah, Nate, for sure. Like, if she ain't approaching you on some, so when we gonna kick it? What time? I'll meet you there. If she ain't at you like that, you don't really fuck with me like that. You don't like me like that. I ain't even finna waste my time.
And that's a fact. That's a fact, bro. That's a fact.
Unless you just want to be programmed in her phone as free food or free attention, or no reciprocation and no reciprocity should be the big red flag. If you always putting in, I think you talk about that on your video. If you always doing all the work, if you always reaching out, you the one always calling, you the one always texting,
Yep.
you always trying to get at her, you checking on her throughout the day, but not once do she ever pick up the phone. Hey, how you doing, Nate? I'm just checking on you to see how you doing. You good? Hey, when can we hang out sometime, man? I'm free. So
Yeah. Yeah. I miss you. I was thinking about you. Something.
even if you just in a talking stage, if you give me your number and we talking one day and then the next day I don't hear from you at all, and that's not reach out, you don't fuck with me like that, or you got other options. So only the one of the two.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. But I'm gonna download this video. I'm gonna upload it to my YouTube page.
What's your before you get off of here, man? What's your YouTube, man? So I could go subscribe and follow you, man.
Yeah, I appreciate that. My YouTube is Nate on the Beat. YouTube.com/Nate on the Beat. So
How you spell it? Just regular Nate on the beat.
yeah, just regular Nate, NateOnTheBeat. Somebody stole my name on TikTok. I still can't find them. But I had my TikTok is Nate on the Beat Music. But yeah, my YouTube is just Nate on the Beat.
Spell it for me again, Nate. My bad.
It's all good. Nate, NateOnTheBeat. One word.
Okay, I got you. I see you, man.
Yeah. So I post a lot. I post all my shorts that I make on TikTok on there too. But my long form content, I don't really post. But I'm actually trying to get back into long form content. But with this school year, I done had so much going on. Long form content, I don't have time, bro.
Yeah, it take time because then you gotta edit it and you gotta do all that.
Yeah, and it's like, if you're reviewing a video that's 20 minutes long, that's like a 40-minute video. So
And the attention span don't really be lasting that long.
it don't. But that's, honestly, that's where the money's at on YouTube, is the long form. I do shorts, and that's cool. That's cool to build my momentum, but I gotta start doing more long form. So
I'm looking at your thumbnail right now, and I'm like, yeah, he already on the shit that I like to watch. What's this? Cop get fired for disrespecting you. He needed to fire a whole lot of you
yeah,
motherfuckers.
yeah. That's the long form shit I was doing.
Yeah.
So I gotta get back on that, man. And I'm gonna jump back down on it, bro. But I'm about to get off this live, man. It was good talking to you, bro.
Brother.
We're gonna do this. I might make this a Saturday type thing that I do, and try to build the momentum like that. So you always,
so, man.
yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
brother. Peace and blessings to you, man. And we'll catch up again.
Yeah. Send me them videos too, man. Hold it down.
All right, I got you. Appreciate you, brother.
All right, man. One.
All right, one.